go live. Hello everybody and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will and today we are back and we are playing some dungeons and, rumour has it, some dragons as well. Now, the man who can confirm or deny the allegations of dragons existing on this stream is Josh, our dungeon master for today. How's it going, Josh?
Okay, I think I've stepped into the wrong Dungeons and Dragons. Is that what you came for? Because I have prepared something completely different. We may have had a slight problem.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm going to quickly, hastily write in some dragons,
Please.
or possibly also some dungeons.
Yeah.
But while I do, let me just give you a brief overview. So this is. I did a roll count the other day. We are on season 7 of the West Marches, Will.
Oh, shit.
What's
Wow.
that all about? Yeah, it's been some times. We've been tearing the absolute shit out of a continent called Wittemere or Waitoma, or there's been like 50 different pronunciations of it. But yeah, we're breaking new ground today as we are going exploring to a new land. I know. Panic, everybody.
Oh my god, I don't like change.
I know. So the gloves are off. This is a whole new, wonderful place.
A whole new world.
Indeed.
So beautiful.
Where karaoke is punishable by death.
Wow. Okay.
You know, just standard. So, yeah, guys, welcome to Tricks of the Trade, which is the 7th season of the West Marches. I'll introduce our fantastic cast in a moment, but first of all, just give you a brief overview. This is set in the same world as previous seasons, but there is exploration is going on. There's a new place called the New Halfland. It was discovered many years ago by a dwarven explorer who sent an airship over there, and he went over, tore shit up. He brought back a wonderful memoirs detailing new and exotic things that may or may not be accountable for the fact that several new D&D books have come out, and I might have bought all of them and decided to fuck with you guys with stuff like Volo's Guide. So, yeah, be afraid. But yeah, he came back, and there's this whole land out there that's relatively unsettled. Only the original colonists currently inhabit it, so mass expansion and colonization is going to be going on. And you, lucky people, idiots, whatever you want to call yourselves, have been selected. And you feel lucky. You won a ticket, like free cruise, and you don't come back. It's wonderful. So let's find out who we have, who won our lucky golden ticket, and what exactly they are playing. So first of all, I'm gonna throw it at let's throw it at Dallas. Dallas, buddy.
Hi. So I'm playing Asmodai. He's a tiefling warlock. When he was really young, his parents forced him to take a pact with the demon lord Asmodeus, and
That's intense.
So now his soul belongs to him, and he's been trying to break that pact for a while. But like after he was old enough to move out of the house, he made his money scamming people, and yeah, he's a nice guy, like at heart, but he puts on kind of a hard shell on the outside.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, that's got to be the best Sweet 16th ever. It's just, hey son,
here's the devil.
Hey.
Yeah.
Takes me back. So gonna throw over Rem. Long time no see, buddy.
I know, so many times, so little seas. I am playing Winky Slipfoot, everybody's favorite halfling barbarian.
Oh boy.
Yeah, hey, I could be playing Cornelius Shackle, having just insured Dallas's character with Asmodeus Insurance. And actually, Josh, this is the 8th season, not the 7th.
Is it?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, season 8.
That's some math right there.
Well, I know all these too many numbers. Winky Slipfoot is, like I said, a halfling barbarian. He was the king of Canefield with a beautiful ghost wife and a very tiresome old lady grandmother who he all just kind of adopted into his own. And I guess he's on this expedition because it's Canefield was about to conquer and take over a land last episode. It needs more places to take. It needs more things. He's tasted kingship, and now he wants more.
Delicious.
A whole untainted place for Winky to go and taint.
Yes, he'll
Right
taint
up.
everything.
Bring his taint to...
It will bring the whole world will be Winky tainted.
Indeed. So I'm going to throw it to Caitlin, who is +1. Do we allow +1s on stream? I feel like this is... I like it.
It's RSVP, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm only here because I know I will.
This is why I was like, yes, definitely. I want someone to annoy Will with me.
I'm going to be playing Treepelt, which almost everyone should know at this point. She's a furry dragonborn because reasons, probably because she's from Limbo. And I'm going to say right now, she's just following Winky around because that was where she last left off, becoming a dumb as shit. So she just follows him around hitting him.
Dumb as shit.
Dumb as shit.
I love the fact you're saying dumb as shit standing next to Winky. That's impressive.
Yeah, yes.
That's bottom of the barrel sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's someone who I can match wits with.
Oh, dear God. We're all going to die. So finally, I suppose I better let him go on. Will, who are you playing?
If I start, I'll never stop. I will be playing a half-elf bard today by the name of Finbar the Bard.
Fuck.
As this was my first ever character I played in Encounter Roleplay. So 2 years ago was the last time I played this character, so it's going to be a big nostalgia trip for me. He's the most famous bard around. You guys have definitely heard of him. He's incredibly handsome, and that much is known. It's just fact. He can play a total of 17 different instruments, all of which incredibly proficient in, and he is an all-round lovable guy. So think of the I guess the Michael Scott of of D&D, and that's about Finbar, I think.
Yeah, he's very much sort of swashbuckling adventurer with very little... He likes to talk a lot. I remember long, arduous battles of us fighting stuff and him writing notes mid-battle and doing nothing to help us.
He has to write his songs.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess, Josh, before we dive into today, I'll remind you guys the ways you can interact with today's shows. If you want to come and join next week, you can, of course. These are viewer games for you guys to come and play in each week. We started these about 2 years ago. We've not stopped doing them. So if you haven't followed yet, hit that follow button and join us. We're just 4 followers away from viewer decision, where you guys get to decide what happens next. Same goes... Fuck you, Treepelt. Same goes for the tweets. 20 retweets, viewer decision, and 2 new subscribers or patrons on the Patreon, and we'll do that as well. You can, of course, donate or cheer to affect the game if you so desire. But other than that, let's dive into tricks of the trade, and I'm excited to explore this new world. So, Josh, I'll hand over to you, my man.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and boom.
God damn.
What's that? Oh,
A new map.
I know.
A new map. Oh
Okay.
wait, I'm a player. I need to go to it. There we go.
There we go. So yeah, so you guys are coming. You guys are currently. What you've been informed is you've been given 500 gold pieces just for showing up and getting on the boat, which is probably a bad sign. No one pays gold up front. So there's a couple of people on the ship who have started to question why it is that you've been paid up front. You guys have been told that you will be heading towards a place called Haven Docks, which is already established. It's all set up. It was bought out by Nairwood from a smaller trading company, and they have basically said, you can have our old stuff and a pre-established place. You don't have to build when you get there. But in exchange, we want a piece of the action. So you've got some contacts over there already. The huge ship you were aboard is a galleon. It's massive. It's called the Merryweather, and you are currently. It's quite dark on deck. Things are later in the evening. The sun has set. mood is quite calm and peaceful. A couple of drinks being passed around on deck, plenty of gambling going on. You've got a real mixed variety of people. The cargo hold is bursting with everything from agricultural goods to building supplies to exploration gear, even one large carriage and a bunch of traders who have come over with you guys, looking to get in on the ground floor. So we're gonna see as you guys approach what appears to be a beacon in the distance. The first sort of silhouettes of land starting to appear out of the murky gloom. You see through a thick fog that seems to hug the coastline ahead, bright light burning behind some sort of watchtower or pylon or something to guide you in safely to the docks. So who's going to be the one to notice this and why? Where are you on the ship? What are you doing? Tell me how dramatically you're posing. I want to see it all. Paint me a picture.
Winky is most definitely below decks with all of these agricultural goods you spoke of, and stocking up on his constitution score.
Okay.
I think
so he sees nothing.
Yeah, I think I'm pulling a Jack Sparrow, and I'm standing right at the prow of the ship with an incredibly long spyglass.
Yes.
Looking out, and I say, "The beacon! The beacon is lit!"
And so we begin. So yeah, roll me a perception check straight off the bat as you come in, because people, the ship is trundling along, but it's a big old boat.
Ooh, it's a 20.
A nat 17, the perfect first roll for this new season. I'm so happy. So you were standing there. The wind is billowing majestically through fine cloves. Your spyglass is extended. You've got like that triumphant look, sort of hanging from the rigging slightly, with ne'er a care in the world. On a 20, you see that whatever this is quite a welcome party you were receiving. They've obviously heard of you, Finbar, because the entire town, or where you presume the town is, seems to be bustling with activity. There are lights everywhere. Moving around, it looks like this could actually be a little bit more inhabited than you were expecting, not quite the backwater you possibly were worried it would be. Many people to tell fantastic tales to. I'm going to throw it over Dallas. Where is our lovable tiefling right now?
Asmodai would probably be where most of the other people are, trying to scam some of them out of their money, selling them some snake oil. Or of the likes. Just
some snake, straight up snake oil.
Yeah, well, I mean, bottles filled with liquid that's colored that he's going to tell them that's it's magical.
Yeah, roll me a deception check. Let's see how much money you've made on this journey, basically playing the ShamWow guy as you come across the ocean.
Okay.
I'm a snake oil trader.
Yeah.
Snake oil rules.
Indeed.
Oh God.
You know what? I'm gonna roll for it. See how the crew. They know.
Wow.
See you come aboard, and you realize that this ship has large quantities of snake oil on board. It's a vital commodity for the New World. Something
it's the one thing they're bringing.
yeah. And you're like 100% and realize that you see entire kegs being wheeled past, and a couple of bottles are gone almost immediately, but they're not paid for. Someone just comes over and is just like assumes you're loading the ship, and that you're just taken, and you watch as they are stuffed into crates, sealed shut, nailed shut, and they're taken away. And I'm going to say, over the course of the trip, you managed to locate said bottles and managed to steal them back. But yeah, this has been a complete bust. This is not a happy day for the aspiring snake oil salesman.
So I took all my snake oil?
Indeed.
Oh, wonderful.
And where is Treepelt? You guys are...
Treepelt would be by Winky somewhere, and probably harassing the crew people, just like sitting there poking them with her sword.
Just stabbing crew, gently, compassionate, friendly.
She's my bodyguard.
As you do.
I'm going to like call down to Winky and Treepelt, and I say, "Looks like there's lots of movement on the shore. Stop poking them. We've talked about this, Treepelt."
Yeah, I heard him say something about bacon. He just saw some bacon. Let's get up there. I'm feeling some of that. And Winky kind of puts the last bit of whatever he's just pilfering into his burlap sack and waltzes up there. Snatches Treepelt by the scruff of her whatever she's got as a dragon.
So,
crest.
as you come up onto the deck, you notice that there is you just run past a tiefling who's stealing back onto the deck, and from below you hear much commotion as apparently someone has been stealing supplies from the hold, and they are currently searching crew members. And the tiefling just slips up onto the deck, and suddenly he's standing next to you. It's casual as you like, and all three of you standing as far forward on the ship as you can safely be, but Finbar hanging off like a loon, absolutely desperate to be number one confirmed, like leaning forward to make sure that he is first there. You begin to notice as you do gain a little bit closer, there's a smell. It's not Winky. It's for once it is not Winky. Finbar, this hits you first, and suddenly your eyes are watering as the
onions.
It is onions. It's entirely onions. You see the onion knight sail past in the opposite direction. He gives you a nod. You nod back, and then a second aroma hits you, and it is that of burning. And you realize that this fog that is clinging to the coast is actually smoke, mistaken as fog in the dark conditions. And you realize that what you are actually coming upon is a burning village.
Like,
Are we in Waycross right now?
Yeah. The ship's on fire! Quick! Abandon ship! I think the ship's on fire. It's burning!
Winky runs to the edge of the ship and jumps.
Okay. Winky, I need you to roll me an athletics check.
Oh, I don't want to burn. He says this, and what do I add to it?
Just straight up dives.
Just
See, there is actually that bit in the office where Michael Scott says that there's a fire on the ship, and the guy just dives out the window.
It's the fire guy.
Yeah.
Okay, 14.
Okay, on a 14, you launch yourself off the ship and begin to. Which direction are you going in? Because I mean, there's.
Well, the fire's coming out the front, so I gotta run out the back. Of course.
Okay, so you're swimming directly away from the only land you have seen.
Winky he'll realize probably after a minute or two that he's going the wrong way.
We'll give him a moment. So as Winky begins to make an impressive speed, looking to set the new record on transport between two continents.
Crosses the channel.
Yes, the channel. Right, I'm that nice.
I am the boat.
You are indeed, and you start paddling for all that it's worth, as you are also going against the tide, so it's rough going. Treepelt, the person you are here to protect, has just launched himself off of the ship, and you hear an almighty one single plop, and that's it. And then there's a moment of dreadful silence, and then frantic splashing, as you watch as in the most bizarre fashion ever. Not really like breaststroke or like front crawl. It's like the most aggressive doggy paddle ever, as you just watch Winky start going hell for leather.
Well, Treepelt has wings, so she's just gonna kind of fly over him for a little bit, and then see if he's kind of struggling, and just like seeing that he's not going towards the coast, she's just gonna try to like turn him around. Not even like picking him up, because she doesn't realize to do that. She's just pushing him the other way.
I'm gonna be Titanicking on the ship, just in case anyone wants to.
We're gonna die before we even get to this new place.
Can I roll a perception or an insight check to see if like the ship is actually burning?
Yeah, you can absolutely roll me an insight.
Okay.
On a 15, does Finbar actually believe the ship is on fire?
I think he's panicked. Yeah, I think he's panicked. He's seen smoke and he's heard. He doesn't like ships. He's had a bad time with ships in the past. So yeah, this is his trigger.
Understandable.
Yeah.
So you notice that the man before you is in no fit state to call out what is reality. That's what you ascertain. He didn't know what's going on. But I'm going to say you can probably guess that as the smoke is something you've just sailed into, and you can quite clearly see a lot of burning on the shore, you're probably okay.
Okay, yeah, Asmund and I is just going to kind of look around and be like, well, that was interesting.
There are a few cries that go up from the back of the ship. Man overboard! And then they realize who's overboard, and they're, belay that! And,
Full speed ahead!
Belay that, belay!
yeah. It's like, he's coming round, drop anchor! No, on him, drop the anchor! No, you missed. And the ship pulls in and slowly begins to ease off. The sails are drawn in, and you realize that you're coming up upon the wreckage of a jetty. The jetty itself is torn to pieces. Luckily, there is a second one that is intact, and the ship pulls a line with that. But it appears that this is the extent of what you have. And I do have a little thing that I can push to you. Do I have a little thing? I might possibly have.
Josh is about to show us his little thing. This is
Let's go
exciting.
show it.
Indeed. Get excited.
Go whip out his little thing.
Oh, I am indeed. Oh, aren't you lucky?
I'm already at half-mast.
Oh.
There it is.
Wow.
Is this?
I know you have to really focus.
Sailor Jim.
Come on. Why are you not pushing?
I was promised a little thing.
Push, Josh, push! Come on,
How is my life?
I believe in you, Josh.
ladies.
Lady.
Le females.
Okay. Basically, the village is on fire. But will it let me show you the awesome photo? No. No.
Now that's the question. There should be a button which says "Show to players."
Yeah. But it will not.
Is it in your handouts?
No, it's not. The picture is not uploaded. Don't worry. It's,
okay.
It's okay now. But anyway, yeah. So you guys have this.
Wait, I have to use the power of my imagination. Fuck.
Fuck this
Yeah,
game.
I know. I'm signed up for this ship.
Okay. I'll take this webcam about 20 miles south, and we'll see it towards Village.
Yeah, I saw that.
So.
It looks like this village is burnt. I say.
Oh. God,
Asmund I turns and says, really? I had no idea.
Well, Asmodee, that's because my eyes are superior, being half elven.
You
Must be.
You will notice that Finbar's eyes are entirely bloodshot at this point. He's just standing there, like, just smoke just pouring into his face.
I'm putting in my eye drops right now.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I took the invocation that gives me 120 feet devil sight.
Ah, sweet. Okay, so yeah, you can see ahead of you that this village, it's very it was definitely just a small sort of port, almost more of a trading post than an actual village. There was a large building in the center of town that has been gutted by the fire, and looks like the fire has sort of spread outwards from there. The outer buildings look like they have not fared too well either. And there does appear to be what's like a dockyard, small post that is completely burnt to the ground. However, there is one building that is made of stone and seems to be holding up a little bit better. It looks to be like a guardhouse or a barracks or an outpost or something. Couldn't hold many troops or guards or soldiers or whatever, but it definitely seems to be the place to be if you want to not die in this fire, other than obviously on a boat far away, which you guys are, so that's cool. But yeah, as this second journey is as such uncompromised, hasn't caught fire in any places, and doesn't look like it will catch, the captain very nervously and tentatively brings the ship into line, and men start to disembark. looking to see if they can do something about putting these flames out. The rest of you sort of like see this from various different angles. Some below in the water for some reason, and others standing high and proud on the prow of the ship. But who's doing what?
I'm gonna say to Winky, and I say, "This is the land which you are looking to conquer. Yes. Well, it looks like some of the work's been done for you."
Yeah, look, it reminds me of home. Actually, I like that little pillar of fire over there, and I can get used to this. And he kind of, I guess, climbs up onto the jetty and starts dusting himself off. And let's get ready to go exploring, I guess. How about that stone guard tower that's just conveniently not burning? Does that sound like a good destination point, everyone?
Yes. The Tinder guardhouse. Let us go there.
Yeah. How far away is the guardhouse from this jetty?
Not far at all. It's maybe sort of 20-30 meters away.
Okay.
Once you get the jetty's quite large to accommodate sort of like a larger ship, because it gets quite shallow, which is probably a good thing for you as your arms start to tire. And there's that horrible moment where you're going under and you start to panic, and then you realize that you were on your knees and you were just
my belly touches the bottom. Okay.
I can't get any closer. And then a wave comes in and just topples you over, and you end up gracefully on your new kingdom. You have arrived. Your new emperor has arrived. Fear me.
Please, somebody fear me. I'm gonna shout up behind. Well, I think it's time to investigate this one not burning place and see what may be inside. Maybe there's some maybe future loyal subjects in there.
Perhaps there are fine maidens for us to save.
Those maidens have to be for you, good sir. I'm a happily married individual. That's
when I was gonna jump off the ship and say, "Maidens, you say?"
Yes, indeed, I say. Winky, how many? Tell me of your wife. Who is she?
Well, my wife was once. I never even thought up a name for her.
Well, she's a
I forget sometimes. Her name is Lena. Yeah, that's it, Lena, because that's a picture on this poster on the wall. She's she's quite translucent sometimes. I feel like you can just sometimes see right through her.
Well, transparency is always important in a relationship.
Very true, very true. And
you should really get a doctor to check that out.
Well, see, she doesn't really like doctors. They're not very good at figuring her out. I've still figured her out. I mean, women, right? He kind of elbows Tree Pelt and then forgets. Oh yeah.
Oh no, she is woman.
No, I couldn't tell. I'm still trying to figure out what she actually is. But
Finbar laughs heartily. Yes.
Sexism.
It's just like yeah, she's pretty cool. She's awaiting an expansion of the kingdom. Since last time I ran into her, I kind of stopped her from taking over Nairwood.
Fantastic banter. Let us go to this guardhouse, and I'm gonna knock on the door.
Cool.
Hello.
So
It's me.
It comes from the other side. Yeah, so you stride forward. The back of this building has started to catch, but Finbar strides forth, not a care in the world, no fear in his eyes as he raps assertively on the door and waits for a response. You guys hear that there does appear to be movement inside. You hear what sounds like it could be maybe a canine, like a dog or something, because you hear that sort of scratchy claws on hardwood sound coming from within.
I'm gonna walk over to Tree Pelt. Tree Pelt, this sounds like maybe another weird furry thing like you. Can you figure out what it is, what it's doing? Don't you know how to talk to animals or something like that?
What do I have to roll to walk over to this door and kick it down?
Oh damn.
Roll me just a athletics check.
Are you insane?
Where the hell am I?
Let the dogs out.
The institution of knocking is one which should be respected.
How is rolls anymore?
How do I roll anymore? Let's find it here. It's a sheet.
At the
True.
bottom.
This is going to be wonderful as you get there and you just stand there in front of the door. I have no idea how to do this.
So in athletics, there you go. You got it. Nailed it.
Okay.
So
Nailed
15.
it. 15. So you walk forward, push people aside and stand firm in front of the door, and with one firm kick, blast this door off its hinges, to which loads of oxygen is suddenly sucked into the room, and a huge gout of fire sprays out at you guys. Could you make me a dex save, everybody? Because it's
Damn it! I
terrible.
said knock.
this is why
I don't
this
have
is
that
why
spell.
You always...
Damn it.
You should put the back of your hand up against the door. I learned that in kindergarten to test for flames. That's what you do. That's what Ronald McDonald told me when he came to visit our school.
Wow. I rolled a 7.
7, unfortunately, is not enough.
I got a 6.
Also, not enough, funnily enough.
So the one guy with fire resistance is the one who makes the save. Nice.
Yeah. 17 is plenty, so you guys are just going to take 4 fire damage. Those of you who didn't make it as...
Damn. Yeah, my eyebrows, my perfectly twinged eyebrows are like seared off. I'm standing there with like my hand just about to knock on the door, and I said, "Damn it!" And I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on myself to get my eyebrows back.
Eyebrows.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like since Asmodai has resistance to fire, he didn't even dodge. He just stood there and took it and didn't do anything. Just passed right over him.
He's just zero cares in the world. It launches out, and you stand there just sort of taking in the room as everyone else is taking a face full of flame. Inside, you see that this place has been ransacked. There is a large table in the center of the room, which has been thrown against one of the walls. There looks to be half-eaten food everywhere. There are weapons that have been piled in the center of the room. There's also a few bits of what look like metal pots, pans, anything that has, significant metal mass has been piled there. And as this is all going on, you watch as something comes sauntering out of a side room, making the most horrendous racket. It sounds like those bead curtains that you get that some people drape over doors. Yeah, imagine someone got one and just shook it violently as a small figure, couldn't be larger than a halfling or a gnome, comes sauntering into the room wearing chainmail that is quite clearly meant for someone maybe 3-4 times his size, dragging it like this beautiful wedding dress, arms flapping around. It looks like it's really struggling. It sees you with a small reptilian face, suddenly panics, tries to run, and just goes face first into the floor as it is now sort of got its shoulders up through the neck hole of this chainmail and is just flailing around on the floor in it's something similar to every episode I've seen Winky in.
I'm gonna draw my rapier and kind of point it on the ground towards it and say, "Excuse me, sir."
I'm gonna shove Treepelt forward. Reptilian face, go talk to it.
I'm gonna reach for my. There's a sword on my back that's been covered in wrapping the entire time, and as I pull it out, it's a large great sword with a red blade. And I'm going to approach.
Do you unwrap it, or?
Yeah. Well, as I pull it off, it kind of unwraps by itself.
Cool. I wasn't sure. Was it wrapped in did it have a bow? Was there a little? Is there a special gift from someone?
Yeah, it's the Pact of the Blade feature. I get a weapon.
All this time, I thought you were just pleased to see me.
So yeah,
Not quite.
I'm gonna say you guys could probably all identify kobold when you see a kobold. I know Finbar's encountered them in the past. Treepelt, being of draconic heritage, probably knows of these small diminutive creatures. Winky, there is a tiny little reptile thing. You're not really sure. It seems to have vast amounts of armor that sort of flaps around uselessly on the floor, or it could be a chainmail shirt. You're not sure. It's just staring up. It can do absolutely nothing. It's completely stuck and has a great sword and a rapier pointed at him and is completely surrounded and just looks really confused.
I shoved Treepelt again and talk to it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, talk to it. It says.
Yes.
What is it? He's looking directly at Winky. What is it?
What is it? I'm Winky. That is, I'm not an it. I am a him, sir, ma'am. It. I'll get him right back.
I lean in and say he his.
He. Okay. You're a he it. Well, I am he it also. I think. I can't check right now. I'm kind of stuck.
Well, do you need help getting unstuck?
Yes.
Okay,
Otherwise, I might die.
Did you start this fire?
Or was it always burning
since the
world was turning? Damn.
You must be a bard.
That's right, one of my latest compositions. But did you start this fire?
No. I can never start fires. I'm rubbish. I can't breathe fire, and I tried rubbing my hands together with the sticks, but eventually some of the other guys just used torches. Should have thought of that myself.
I see. Do you know who did start this fire? Because we were expecting a bit more of a welcome. It seems like everyone's burnt.
A man by the name of
no,
Billy
most of them have been taken. Some of them we killed. Well, we sort of killed. I think they actually burnt to death. We are going to. Yes, we are going to die in here.
Asmodee's
Please help.
Take more of an aggressive stance. You killed the people here?
Oh no, not me. I'm rubbish.
I say what if we question him on the ship then? And since he said the chainmail shirt is going past his legs, scoop it up
Yeah, he's basically just managed to get sort of his shoulders out of the neck hole, and that's as far as he's got. And then he is just swimming in chainmail shirt.
I'm gonna grab it by the bottom of the shirt and toss him over my shoulder and use it it's like he's in a bag or a straitjacket, and just it's okay. We'll take you out of this place. We're gonna hop on our boat. We can discuss.
My hero.
What is your name?
Hero.
Huh?
What is your name?
Small scale.
Small scale.
Or sometimes known as scaled down, which I bet you see the joke. I've never got it personally, but they tell me it's funny.
No, I don't understand.
Winky, just no, me neither. It's just kind of weird. I don't get it. We're a very serious adventuring group.
You've seen it. You kicked the door down. That was impressive. I tried kicking the door open, and I may have broken my leg.
Can I lick this bolt?
Can you lick him?
Yes.
Yeah. He just. I am wet now.
That's Treepelt. She's a big lizard thing, and you're a small lizard thing. I expect you both to get to know each other.
This is true.
Like chicken.
It's what? What's chicken?
It tastes like chicken. Can I eat it?
No. We'll discuss that later. And I imagine Winky storms out of the little watchtower, and maybe the kobold guy is just his head's just knocking on the ground at every step.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's you come out, and as you move through, you start to notice more things about this village. This place is not just something that's been thrown up in 5 minutes. These are solid wooden buildings with solid, proper foundations to them. There's even cobbles in the road leading from building to building, and he gets a beautiful first-hand view of all of the cobbles as you drag his head, and you just hear the scales catching in his head, just and he's just like, my hero.
Yep. That's what we are. That's what we are, folks. Today, he's screaming, "Back to the ship!"
He's probably heard of me, referring to me.
Yeah.
Embarrassing. This happens all the time.
So I'm gonna run back to the deck of the ship and just kind of like dump him out of the chain shirt.
He's straight up unconscious by the time you get back. You've just dragged his head through all of town over cobbles. He's just lying there snoring.
I look over at our Asmodee and says, "You devil! Can you use some witchcraft to restore his HP to a positive?"
Well, not really. I'm not that kind of spellcaster.
Damn.
Don't worry, the power of my music will bring him back around. And I begin to play a little tune, and I cast a Cure Light Wounds on small scale as I do so.
There's this beautiful scintillating music that starts playing. What instrument are you playing?
The saxophone. Yeah.
The saxophone. So Careless Whisper starts to beautifully ease through the and he's just, you hear the kobold start singing along to it, and he says, "I'm never gonna dance again. I broke my leg and I'm stuck in train." And then he just seems to wake up, sort of groggily eyes, 5 more minutes, and tries to headbutt where you assume some sort of contraption that would be to wake someone up, as if he's trying to hit a snooze button on some mythical, futuristic device. And doing so clears his head, and he looks up around confused and... Oh, well, this is weird. Who are you?
Well, my name is King Winky Slipfoot of House Foot, and I eyeball everybody else to introduce themselves. We've met.
Oh, okay, good. Now make a good first impression.
Finbar the Bard. I'll be right back.
Finbar. Oh. Wow, that was dramatic. He's,
My name is Asmodee. It's a pleasure to meet you. You're almost there.
I forget the question. And lizard person large, like big scale, scaled up.
No. I tree pelt.
Tree pelt. No, she's not a tree. I'm very confused.
Asmodee's going to lean down and says, "I know. So am I."
He just looks to Asmodee in utter confusion, just completely perplexed. He's what's going on? What are we doing?
Well, we were here to investigate and maybe prospect this land over here, but it seems like somebody's been prospecting it before we got here, judging by all the fire. So can you just go into some details on maybe who or what might have started this, if there's anything dangerous, if you know some CR levels we got to look out for, just that kind of stuff.
He nods. Right, okay, yeah, makes sense. Absolutely. What does that mean?
It means we might come over here and just check the place out, maybe establish some claims, set up some trades.
Oh, we tried to just steal the place. You're much nobler than we are.
Oh, okay, fine. Yes, that works too. We'll try and steal it too. You was this your home? Was this your house area?
Oh, no. I live in a cave with several hundred of my brothers and sisters. So yeah, we don't get much privacy. Bathing is uncomfortable.
I agree very much so. So what brings you here? What brings you to this area? What's happened?
Oh, it's real simple. We came here. The plan was to burn the place down. I must have missed this building. He looks around at the ship, having never seen a ship before in his life. Are we on the roof? I feel like we're on the roof. I didn't notice this at all, which is interesting.
Oh, this goes to say it's a water house. We keep it on the water and we use it to just escape fire every now and then. But yeah, we're not from around here either. We can tell that you're not from this little
Yes.
fort. And I lean into the crew, my party, like,
Yeah.
okay, listen, he's not nice. What do we do?
Where do you hail from, small scale? So where did your people go? It sounds like they took people with them.
Yeah. Up along the river, there's a cave just outside the shackled forest, and we got a cave, and we serve the like her ones, and he like tries to gesture with his head towards Treepelt.
The dragon folk. I see.
Yeah, like them, but big, really, really big.
The dragon.
As they're talking, I'm gonna cast detect magic on him to see if there's any like shenanigans going on, or if he's like.
He is the most unimpressive thing you've ever seen in your life.
The most shenanigan-free character.
No shenanigans.
You scan him for magic, and it's almost as if like magic seems to fizzle out around him, as if nothing great could ever come of this kobold. It's pretty depressing, really.
It's like my life.
I'm going to try to lick his head and nom his head.
You're going to try and...
I'm going to lick his head and try to nom it.
You're going to lick his head?
I must ask you to desist from licking this head, Treepelt.
As
I don't like to say it, but currently this is far too public for such a thing.
You do 2 nom damage. Like, you badly maul his face. He's the size of, like... He's about 2.5, maybe 3 foot tall, and you are a giant dragonborn just munching on his head. So yeah, he feels it. He squeals, but once you're done, he just sort of, I thought I was for it there. Wow, you guys are so merciful.
Yes.
So your crew who went back, how many are in this little cave of yours that you come from? You said there were quite a few, but can you put a number on that?
Yes. What number would you like?
If let's say, if you would wake up and then go all throughout the cave,
that's the dream,
and see everybody. How many of these everybody's would you see?
All of them.
I look over to Treepelt like, I think we found someone dumber than us. Oh my God, what do we do?
Okay. Well, do the kobolds enjoy fine music?
What do you mean by that exactly?
I mean, have they heard of Finbar the Bard and my band, the Finbards?
Yes. I have heard of you. You mentioned your name.
That's right.
Just...
I did. So, perhaps if I were to perform at this cave that could get us in, Wiki. I have some flyers here I had them made previously. If we just change village to Kobold Cave on the flyers, then we should be able to get our way in.
That sounds genius.
I mean, it would work on me.
I thought as much.
Asmodee's gonna pull out his little bottle of snake oil. This is the last one. He's gonna say, "Would you know anyone that would be interested in buying a potion of storm giant strength?"
What's that?
It makes you very big and strong.
Yes, I would like to buy one.
Oh, would you?
I would like that now. Thank you.
Well, it's not for free.
Okay. I'll just take 2 then.
How much gold do you have on you?
I'm naked in this.
Yes, he is, which makes the licking of the head even more disturbing. This cave, you say, would you be able to mark it on a map? Conveniently.
The map.
Could you find our way to it from here? Could you lead us there?
I have no idea where I am. So
You are in a village.
The village.
The
yeah,
village.
No. I know how to get back because they told me that how we would get back is we would follow the river, until we found home or died. So it's very simple.
Well, there's 2 ways to go in the river, so I guess it's a 50-50.
It's literally like the end of the river is right next to you. Which way? Gazes out to sea.
Then let us take this ship down to the down by the riverside, and let's go to this cave and see if we can't talk with the kobolds there. See if they're as delightful as this young man here. And well, I'll play a few tunes, and after that, I'm sure they will love me enough to take me into their arms.
Right. Okay. I mean, I'd love to do that.
I wasn't asking you
right now, but okay, that makes sense. Nobody really asks me anything.
I'm gonna pull a tree pelt and Asmodee across and be like, okay, so if we're gonna be part of this like traveling band, we gotta learn how to play something. Are y'all any way skilled with any kinds of instruments if we're gonna make this work?
I know instruments.
You know like KNOW or no like NO?
I just know how to play.
Okay, good. And you, Devil, don't you know how to play like a banjo or a fiddle? Isn't that part of your song?
I know how to make a human scream.
Okay, that's good. And so I guess I go back to Finbar. And so, are we going to be like groupies for you? Or are we going to be in the band? How are we going to get this shenanigan to work?
Imagining in my head a groupie situation here. But if you do have skills, then we are taking new members into the band.
Okay, well, if you got some shirts, maybe we can get some shirts going,
Yes.
And just rocking it. Do you have any tunics? Some Finbar tunics?
I have shirts of my face on them, and I go into like a chest that I go somewhere and come back out on the top of the deck with some.
And he goes over to the merch stall, which he set up like immediately on deck. Like as he arrived, like you guys turned up and it was just there. The first day of sales.
I put it onto Winky and I said, I guess I can, and I sign it.
Oh, thank you. Did you get one for your newest fan? And I point at the kobold.
Yeah, I sign his boobs.
Dude, he's just there, just like sat across the scales. It's really hard because, like, obviously all the scales kind of get in the way of the quill, but he just. Oh, wow.
This is so embarrassing.
This is a dream come true.
This is part of the job. What can I say?
Okay.
So, let's go to the river and to the cave, and let's find the kobolds and see if anyone's gone missing.
Okay.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yes.
Good. He flails around on the floor.
Captain! I'm commandeering this fine vessel of yours.
I hope the captain punches him.
The captain just looks up. No.
Captain, I'm going to be swimming to the cave.
Our father's spoiled.
It's just like, what cave? What are you talking about?
Captain, I'm going to need your finest rowing boat.
You can have that one.
I'm gonna roll deception.
Well, I wanted that one, so good. Excellent. We will have that.
Second thoughts, that one is actually is needed to offload supplies. You know what? You can have that one.
Asmonde's going to say,
Good.
Well, we heard from this kobold that there's lots of treasure up this river, so if you come with us, we might be able to split it with you.
Okay.
So 13.
My vessels are too strong for you, traveler.
You should definitely bring back any treasure you find, and I'll see to it that you have food.
All right.
Yeah, Winky's like, yeah, make sure we have food as he like hides his big giant satchel of all the shit he's taken. I guess to the dinghy.
Winky isn't actually fat. Winky just has like one of those, like he's wearing a rucksack on the front and he's got like a big shawl that he puts over it. He's just constantly stealing everything.
That's right. Yeah, he's full of food, but not like you think. Oop, train. Winky's gonna, I guess, try to, to the dinghy and like run to the side of the boat and just hop into it.
Yeah, I'll jump in as well.
Yeah,
Cool.
same with Asmodai.
Treepelt's gonna pick up the cobalt and just kind of just like pick it up like in her maw, like a mama cat would do to like a baby, and just kind of like drag him in.
You're dragging him and not picking him up.
He immediately goes limp and just like plays dead. He goes full possum.
This is mine now.
Okay, let's bring the kobold along. Good. Now, set sail. Who's rowing?
The kobold can row.
Yes.
The captain walks over. You guys are currently like hanging off the side of the ship. He looks at you guys and just says, when exactly did you say you were coming back, Finbar?
I didn't, but that's...
He slices the ropes.
That's good.
From above, you just hear, break out the champagne, boys.
He's celebrating our voyage.
Yeah, they're gonna slam the bottle on our little boat.
Exactly.
It's just
That's
like
right.
hurling bottles.
There we go. Just bringing it. I am the captain of this vessel. Fantastic. Let us from one captain to another. And I give him a little salute.
Yeah.
We're gonna put up a sail. It's like album cover art on it.
Yeah, I put up a little flag.
And so so you take one of the because there's not enough. Like this is quite a large boat. Like you could probably fit another 5-6 people on board. So you've got plenty of oars to spare. So one oar is erected in the center, and the kobold's t-shirt is as he can't wear it because he's still in a cocoon. Is immediately hoisted, and you have your sail or you have your flag as you start to row. You guys are going to have to make your way along the coast south towards what is just on your map as Real Port. Real spelt like real because it's fishing.
It's so real, man.
So real.
These guys who name these places, boy,
Wow.
are they exciting fellas.
They are cool. I want to hang out with that guy. For
Indeed.
like 3 hours on a Thursday.
Yeah. So you're in luck, Will, because
It's your lucky day. And he's here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
hey! What would you do if like another camera just appeared and I was just like, we didn't tell Will about this. So yeah, you guys start sailing, or rowing slowly south. Who is rowing? Because we have royalty on board, and we have obviously Finbar,
Celebrity.
Bard extraordinaire, and the kobold is still restrained. So looking at you two guys,
I'll
I'm gonna
steer.
treat it like, yeah, you know what we pay you for.
you'll steer, right?
Yeah.
So Treatbelt, you have to row both sides simultaneously.
That's not how boats work.
That's not gonna work well.
That's how our boat's gonna work.
just imagine
Treepelt,
she
you are
runs
so
to-
strong.
She runs
Inspire
to
her
one-
bardically.
Roll me an athletics check, Treatbelt.
She runs to one side, rows once, and then runs to the other side.
And they're like, a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left.
Just like,
Get into that rhythm.
On an 18,
Hey.
you know what? You guys start progressing. And it's that moment where you sort of like you're all there just like looking off in different directions, just like, as long as I don't look at the other guys, they won't ask me to row. They're doing a great
Yep.
job. And Treepo is just running back and forth, just working all of these oars. She's doing 4 oars at once. She's on her back and just like flailing around. And the ship starts to move. And you hear some cacophony from the deck of the Merryweather as you come up, you progress south. It takes you maybe an hour or so to make it round the bend in the coast, and you lose sight of what looks to be a slightly less torched village as people have disbanded, sort of climbed off the ship and have started to try and do what they can to douse as many fires as they can and see what they can salvage. And as you make your way south, you find, there is up ahead another village that is set on the shoreline. And immediately you can tell that this is a stilt village. It's sort of built across the river itself, and appears to have not really a lock, almost a gate, sort of to monitor what goes in and out of the river from the sea. It is completely dark. There isn't a light in sight. It's complete contrast to the blinding light of the entire village being on fire. This place looks desolate and deserted. And as you get a little closer, Tree Pelt's starting to get pretty tired out by now, as no one's made eye contact this entire journey. It's been emotional. You just got one kobold. You can do it. Larger scale, go get him.
Occasionally, I wink at random members of the crew.
Yeah, he blinks back. He can't wink, so he just blinks aggressively towards you, Finbar. He's cool like that.
Yeah.
And as you start to pull forward, I'm gonna say, Finbar, you can see up ahead that this place looks like it's been decimated by a flash flood at some point. And it looks like it's not been a particularly recent thing. A couple of buildings have fallen, but the majority of them remain standing. A cluster of maybe 6 or 7 what look like fishing lodges, and there is a large fishery building in the center that it's all open apart from what looks like private housing areas, and it's looks to be like there's a lot of small tributaries that you can make your way up on your relatively small ship, so you can easily get around the lock. But this place is spooky. It's almost like a marsh now. The river you see stretches out. It goes far to the west and starts winding through the plains and alongside a forest, which you could see sort of far in the distance behind the Haven docks.
I look.
Go ahead, mate.
I'm gonna look at the kobold and. So, have you or your kind ever been to this particular location? I look at him.
He looks around. Can't see past the edge of the ship because he's just on the floor, dumped like a secretary. So he rocks himself up, gets dangerously close to the edge, and just says, "Yes, this is the sea. I've had. Oh no, that way, right?" And his way over to the other side of the ship and looks at land and goes, "Oh, yeah, that's the little place, the fish place. Smells really bad that you drown in. My brother died here. Actually, 5 of them died here. Yeah, if you get too stuck in the mud, you drown. Someone will help you. So we drown."
Okay, thank you. And I lean to the rest of the crew like, okay, so the kobolds have already hit this place too. Just making sure they don't kind of, just explain, my one probably good thought was just figuring out if the kobolds have been here or not.
He sort of overhears this. There's no way to get away from him. You are all packed on this tiny boat, and he says, no, we didn't hit this place. They left it. The river took it, so they all left.
I guess I ordered Treepelt to pull us up to the little gate thing you said there was.
Yeah, it's like a lock just to keep people in and out, but it definitely doesn't block the river, raise the tide, or anything like that.
Okay. I kind of looked. Maybe we should check out one of these buildings just to be safe. See what's here.
There could be something lurking around here.
Maybe the old fishery. I heard there was something like a big old fishery that was just kind of open.
It smells as such.
It smells rancid. This place was abandoned, therefore all the fish stockpiles were abandoned. You get the feeling, though, that it probably smelt a lot worse a long time ago. Like it's more, most of the real odor is left as things get to the point where they've rotted entirely away.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy and make my voice like really loud, and just kind of yell out into the town. Hello, anyone there?
Kobold just instantly
Yes.
falls off the edge of the ship and begins to drown. It's just terrified by the sudden booming voice about a foot from his face.
I grab a paddle and try to like scoop him out. Like, come on out, you dumb, you idiot! I just try like,
we like fish him out again. We
Yeah.
reel him in.
like you come in with that
Right.
paddle, and we like pincer him out.
You guys like chopsticks trying to get like a particularly awkward piece of food, and he comes out. He's already unconscious. The kobolds are not particularly tough. He sort of splutters up some of the most fetid water you've ever seen and collapses in some very, very heavy chainmail now as it's
Okay.
completely soaked.
I'm gonna kind of look at the crew like, okay, this is probably best that he is the way he is. So let's say we take a paddle, we like kind of put it underneath the seats. I got some rope, we can just tie him around the paddle and leave him here, so he can't go anywhere
Yes,
and he
it's-
can't get himself killed.
Let's tie him up, investigate this fishery, and see what we can find. There might be some clues as to our missing villagers around here.
Yes. And I take the rope and I, fasten him to it and lodge him into the boat so he can't go anywhere.
Cool. He does absolutely nothing to resist as he's
Nice.
completely unconscious.
All right, Tree Pelt, lead the way to this fishery, my faithful bodyguard. And like, pat her on the back.
Where are we? Sorry, I had to deal with my young one.
Oh,
That's all right.
we're going to check out this old abandoned fishery, and you're going to lead the way because I don't like taking HP damage if someone else can.
It's a solid-
Yes. And
Yes.
I say, fear not, young maiden. I will go first into the heart of battle. And I enter into the fishery, which
Cool.
is the
You,
heart of battle in this case.
I will step into a fishery. And
Yes, fear not.
you immediately hear what is probably an Apache attack helicopter. It's definitely
Oh, damn.
Always.
as.
Wow, what a D&D trope, Josh. Way to go.
An Apache dragon.
Yeah, it's definitely an Apache dragon. And yeah, as you head inside, you immediately give me a Constitution saving throw.
Damn. On
Everyone-
second thoughts, fair maiden.
Oh,
A foul.
Get in.
Ooh.
Okay. So, Finbar, you're having a solid day as not only have you lost your eyebrows and drawn them back on,
Yeah.
you now walk in and you puke on your favorite tunic. It's not pretty. Not pretty, buddy.
Ah,
Those sound effects. Oh.
that's what's in here? What am I vomiting at?
You are currently standing on basically in the midst of what looks to be a fish market that has been entirely abandoned. Like nothing's been packed away, everything is still here, but there are whole barrels that are sat and they're sealed, and the smell coming from them is just eye-wateringly bad. Everything else is pretty much been eaten by predators or rotted away, but you don't see any signs of bodies, like human bodies. This place does appear to be abandoned. You can make me a quick perception check, though. I'm going to make you take it a disadvantage, I'm afraid, as you are constantly fighting the urge to...
Don't come in! Don't come in! There's a beast in here! Yeah, 7.
Yeah, you're going to have to make this beast up, because
Yeah,
you seem...
I begin to... Ah! Unhand me! I get
He's in trouble!
I get no, don't come in. And then I like poke my head round a corner and I go for like I do the scene from Johnny English one,
Johnny English.
where I and I pour some ketchup onto myself and come out. Oh, oh damn! And Sydney's had a baby in the other room.
Heavens.
Okay.
Asmodee's gonna walk in and just push right past him and look around inside.
Don't worry, I slew these fish in here.
There are dead fish everywhere.
Wonderful. Do I see anything with my true sight?
You look around and immediately notice that this place seems to have been deserted. B, you get the sense that there's something off about this place. It's hard to tell what it is exactly, but something just doesn't feel right. It's probably the fact that I'm just going to give this to you as you've got your amazing vision. You notice that there are a lot of claw marks. And the reason that you're getting this terrible smell is some of these barrels have been broken, chipped away at the bottom, at the base, and they've started to come apart. And you can see that there appear to be bite marks around the bases of these.
Okay, I'm gonna grab. Who's the closest person to the door?
It's probably Winky.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab Winky, and kind of drag him in and show him the claw marks.
Oh, so something's been scattering at the bottom of these barrels. Can I identify what kind of claw marks they might be? Like, are they maybe dog-looking or dragony looking?
You can give me a nature or a survival check.
I will consult my extensive knowledge of the natural world.
Go David Amber on it.
11.
It's very strange. They don't look. You sort of give it a second glance, and these are really thin cuts. It's not straight enough to be a sword or a knife, but it's definitely something small and sharp. If they are claws, they're very small or very thin claws.
What are you looking at there, Winky? Is that marks from the beast?
I'm just trying to see if I can figure out what kind of animal or thing that these scratches belong to. I was trying to use my inherent... fish! Oh, that makes sense.
Perhaps the claws of many-armed fish.
They're trying to get out. Yes.
But they're dead.
They are dead now.
They're all dead.
Can I take a fish and throw it at Finbar?
Yeah.
Do I have to roll anything for
Wait,
that?
you want to do what?
I want to take a fish and throw it at you.
Okay. I will catch the fish if possible.
Both roll me just a dex check. No modifiers, just straight up dex. Unless either of you have proficiency with fish. Proficiency.
Yeah.
I approve.
Ooh. Slap the fish.
Finbar, you hold up a hand to catch the fish, and the fish just sort of breaks in two around your hand, and sort of splats against either cheek as it sails on past you. You've got streaks of fish on you. It's lovely.
For what do I owe that pleasure?
I don't like you.
It's a fair point.
Heckle.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I don't like you either. Because...
Good, I never asked you to like me.
Guys, listen.
Okay.
We are a party. We have the means party, the root word, part, I mean there are several parts, okay? It makes sense. We have to have all our parts together, guys. We can't split up and be one out of the main group, okay?
I don't know what you're saying, but I've just been slapped with a fish, and I can't say that I appreciate it.
Well, sometimes people just get slapped with fish, Finbar. Sometimes that happens. And you know what?
Winky, as you're standing there, behind you, a flag of just a made-up place starts to flutter behind you as music plays from nowhere.
It's the Canefield flag.
Yeah, it's the Canefield flag as you give your speech.
Sometimes, Finbar, you just get slapped in the face with a fish. It happens. Sometimes it's thrown, sometimes it's just in the water. And
How many
swimming away from
times
you.
have you been hit by a fish?
Well, that's personal. And I'd
I'll
like to
say
get
at
into
least
that.
3 times.
I'll be honest, and I will say over 10 times. at
Man,
least.
back in college, I got hit by fish all the time. Now I got hit fish every day, man. I ain't one of these people who ain't got hit by no fish. I'm a master at it. So come on. It's
Fine.
and I start like exploring the rest of it. If there are like any second floors of this stinky fish place.
No, this is a single story. It's like a large warehouse. Not big on, doesn't have solid walls or doors you can really close. It's pretty open most of the most sides. But as sort of like you've made your dramatic point, Winky, you turn, you go to take sort of like a stride away to investigate, and your foot goes through a floorboard. You don't fall, you just sort of like your foot sinks suddenly, and you're going to feel something.
Oh damn.
Not gonna lie.
Oh.
You're gonna take 6 piercing damage as something underneath the floorboard tears into your foot.
Winky is going to let out the girliest, most demasculating shriek he has ever let out in his entire life, and shout for Tree Pelt to just kill it, just kill it. Oh my God, kill it!
I put a hand on Winky's shoulder and say, sometimes people just fall through floorboards.
Oh, and I go to smash the floor underneath his feet to make him fall through the floor.
I'm just gonna like slam Finbar out of the side and just start stabbing the floor.
No. Yes,
Okay.
kill the floor.
Kill the floor. The floor is against us.
Tree Pelt, and Finbar both make me dex saves.
Never trust a floor.
As Maddie, you can make me a perception check as you are not in the fray here.
God damn
The
it.
floor killed me.
Jen, could you roll me damage for whatever you're smashing the floor with real quick?
I guess I'll slam it with my big old with my sack of
With your
food.
fish.
Whatever. What's a burlap sack full of food gonna hit for?
Slap it with the bass.
I'm gonna say it's gonna do a solid. It's full of food, is it?
Yeah,
Slap it with the bass.
like
Okay.
watermelons, like all spiky watermelons.
Oh, spiky one. Cool, okay, I'm gonna say it can do 1d. I'll give you 1d4 plus.
And
your
I'm gonna rage.
and rage. Okay.
So, 5 damage.
Cool.
Hey.
So, Tree Pelt takes 5 damage as she
shit.
tries to push Finbar out the way, and Winky's
Ah.
trying to cave in the floor underneath her, and you just smash into her for 5 damage, but you also damage the floor beneath her, and you guys both vanish through the floor. I'm going to tell you now, your rations are considered spoiled. They won't last past a day. You've smashed watermelon. That's
Damn.
got into
That is a
every-
crime.
There's a
That
crime.
is-
That is a
That's
felony in several parts of this world.
It is. My melons.
Asmodai is gonna walk up and kind of like take his great sword and stab down like in the area, like next to his foot.
Can you guys roll me some initiative, please?
Yes, I can.
Les
Thank
and
you. Nat 20.
Nat 20. Yeah, you use up the Nat 20s on your initiative. You do that.
Can we read this donation out here from Louise? I missed
Ooh.
the name on it. Here we go. Louise donates £5. I'd like to give the floor a Nat 20. Thank you, Louise.
Yes!
Is the floor a mimic?
Absolutely.
The mimic
Yeah.
floor.
Okay, so what we're going to have, I'll do that in a second. Let me just roll.
I'm gonna
for-
say to Tree Belt, use the bass on the floor.
Let's get the-
I'm in need of a new bass player.
Did
My
we
bad.
land in water or something when the floor caved in?
You're going to land about
In pain.
how Winky, you're going to immediately start sinking to the point you might drown.
Oh no!
You
I'm
were
not
warned-
Sinky Slipfoot!
Yeah.
As I go down.
Wow.
Oh, wait, hang on. How big is the hole? Because
The
I want to try and like.
thunder is
Is it possible?
Oh, we just lost Josh. Josh just went.
The floor got him!
The floor got him, guys. Rip. Holy shit. Yeah, rest in peace, Josh. Rem, what were you gonna do there, man?
I was going to hope that Winky's girth would catch in the hole in the floor to keep him from sinking.
Okay.
Like maybe he just
I'll
start like eating a lot of that watermelon.
all out watermelon.
Watermelon.
I don't know. Yeah. I guess that could be like a deck set. I guess I'll start DMing real quick whilst Josh is going to keep things going.
Okay.
I'll bring the other cameras in here, guys. Haha! I have ascended. This is all my master plan. I am now the dungeon master.
No.
There he is. Oh shit! Oh, shut up! No one tell him. No one tell him.
And a Tarrasque appears.
I have no idea what.
You are back by the looks of things.
Yes, indeed.
Winky was going to do a thing.
Yeah, Winky, what are you doing?
I was going to as I was going to start singing through the floor, maybe grab as much of that smashed up food in my sack of food and eat it real quick so I can get too fat to go through the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna say roll me a gluttonous.
I hate gluttonous.
Yes. Do you not have that skill?
I can get trained in it. Winky's very good at that.
I think that's a feat.
Yeah.
I'll let you make me a dex saving throw or a strength saving throw. I'll let you pick.
I'll do a strength saving throw.
Yeah, this is to see if your jaw can withstand it. Your
22.
jaw withstands. You know what?
Wow.
You know what it is. You pull it out and you're like, I need to eat as much food. That's what goes through Winky's head. And instead you bite into a baguette, and the baguette, it's crossing your jaw. It's been at sea for like 2 weeks, so it's rock solid.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have this death-like grip on a baguette and a dangling and the whole wedged in place. Tripel, are you accepting your fate? You will not drown down there. It will come up to like your probably about your waist.
This is like water?
It's marsh. So yeah, it's just churned up
It's muddy
mud and water.
Treetop is gonna start freaking out because she just like was thrown into water pretty much.
This is like a Dangers in the Office workspace, like video.
Yeah.
I'm playing 13 Dead End Drive.
Yeah.
We've had fire. Why not to open doors where there could be a fire? On
Yeah. Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Call and counter roleplay now.
Call HR department.
So let me just sort that out.
This is how you become the god of food.
This is indeed.
You can use that baguette as an improvised club.
I have been for like the past few games. He's had a stale piece of bread he's been beating people with.
Okay.
Doesn't he have a baby in his backpack?
Yeah, no, it used to be a baby and now it's a chicken with a knife.
Okay.
So that's for when he really
Good.
needs it.
Dallas, how do you spell your A-M?
Let's see, 1 sec. I don't even remember.
I put Asmodeus in my mind.
A-S-M-O-D-I.
A-S-M-O-D-I.
Nice.
There we go, and...
Yeah, we need to call a safety meeting. Pretty
Yeah,
soon
we do.
here. That's what Finbar will be.
It'll be Michael Scott leading a safety meeting.
Cool. So you guys, let's see what you rolled. Sorry about the delay there. So Finbar going first with a nat 20, like an absolute boss. On 23.
Is it possible to attack the floor?
Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic. I have a rapier, so I will attempt to attack the floor with my rapier.
Cool. Roll me that attack.
My attack is a 21. Ah!
You attack the floor. You
Avast.
stick a rapier in the floor.
Good.
It's now in the floor.
Is it dead?
The floor is not moving. It's the most lifeless floor you've ever seen.
Aha!
You killed it.
Got him!
Yeah.
Fear not. And I just ram my rapier into the floor. And it kind of like, it's like wobbling there, like a going back and forth. Like a will turn a sword. And yeah, I'm gonna just kind of like hands up, like it is dead.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
So, I need to put the floor in the initiative. I'll just roll 1d20 on the floor because It's got
What's that say? A sea spawn? What could that be?
Wow, I wonder what we're fighting.
Indeed. So going on a 12, and the sea spawn is
What lives in the floorboards at your office?
Yeah. The telltale heart.
my face when the floor beats the sea spawn at initiative.
Wow.
What a wondrous time we live in.
Damn.
Such a mangy, yes.
That's a quick floor.
So 1, 2, 20 plus. So going last as me. So let me just sort this out. There we go. Finbar, you've gone. So Treepelt finds herself standing knee deep in sludge, essentially, and a little bit of fish guts and bits and pieces. It's so pleasant. There is a humanoid figure standing next to you that looks like it's basically holding on with to poor old Winky. It's him. This thing clearly isn't human, as you'd expect, as it's sort of like breathing heavily. Its throat area seems to expand and shrink down like a frog, and you see loads of these tiny little spines sticking out almost like a porcupine. This thing is covered in mud and filth, but also seems to have sort of suction pods for like really large paws. It's got the most expanded paws you've ever seen. It's very fish looking, and
use blackhead scrub, you beast.
Yeah,
indeed. And there is another one that is off to one side, about 10 feet away from you, and has definitely noticed you splash down into the water.
Damn. So it's like there's the how big is there a gap between the floor and the water beneath it?
There's probably, from where you're standing, you could reach up and grab the top without too much problems. So it's probably about
5 feet.
No, a tree belt can. So it's probably about 7-8 feet. But you are in water, so you can sort of like push yourself up a lot easier.
Seeing that there's a thing, and Winky's still hanging on with the bread.
Yep.
And that's the closest thing. I'm gonna spit acid at whatever holding onto his legs.
Okay, cool. Is it a Constitution saving throw, I believe?
On.
Ooh, damn. 6.
I think she rolls the save, or no, Josh rolls it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I roll the save. Yeah. So it'll be whatever your base damage is, and
try and save yourself.
This thing's not the worst.
Not the absolute worst.
So I imagine 10 probably isn't enough. So you need to roll me some damage. It is for a what color?
What if I do that? Oh no, I think that's some.
Oh, acid.
Oh yeah, there you are. Yeah, cool.
Acid.
Oh, it's Dex. In which case,
Acid bass.
Acid bass.
What color is the tree belt?
She's technically covered in fur, but she's supposed to be copper, I believe.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this thing will take it. It takes it like a champ, but it definitely fails, and it is going to look mildly annoyed. You would imagine is the expression, but it will let go of Winky as now there is something spitting acid at it. Anything else on your turn?
I think I'm probably just ready in action or whatever. That is.
So
a fine move.
Winky, you're
Okay.
up next.
Winky is going to heft himself out of the hole to get back up onto the wooden floor above him. Is there anything he needs to make roll-wise to ensure that happens?
I'm gonna just say make me a dex save to see if you get away without this thing taking a swipe at you.
Ooh. Okay, let Where's the thing? There's the thing.
Slip
Dex
those
save.
feet away.
9. Ah!
th-
I'm gonna get
this
nibbled.
this thing is going to make one attack against you.
Damn.
It's going to be a disadvantage because you know what? This thing's just had acid. breathed on
That's
it.
right. That's right.
It's not particularly happy.
It happens.
I'm guessing a 4 with modifiers will still not
No.
hit.
Nah.
Mm.
So Winky's gonna hoist himself out of the floor. Does he shake off the little dangly bits?
The dangly
you,
boy dangly.
The dangly bits?
you have no dangly thing attached to you.
Yes, no more dangly thing. I'm gonna run over to Tree Pelt's hole, put my bread in her hole, and I tell her to grab a hold of the bread.
Okay.
Like, grab my bread! I need to get you out of your hole!
Okay. I'm gonna say yeah.
Unhole that woman.
Treepel, you watch as the crustiest of the baguettes penetrates the floor, and you notice that it's particularly there's a bite mark on this. Someone's already chowed down on this baguette before you. It's the second-hand baguette, but
I'm holding the other half with my mouth.
yeah.
You're gonna
Solid.
feel that tomorrow. Wow. That's also 20 retweets, Josh. So you want to have your decision here?
Yeah. I tell you what. Okay. While this is going on, guys, I want to know what is going on with the our poor kobold, who's last we saw him, unconscious in the boat and trapped in chainmail, far too big for him, and otherwise completely naked. So what fate has befallen him while the party have left him to his own devices?
What happened to the guy who got eaten by LaFleur, basically? Underneath this line here in chat, thank you, Vel. Appreciate it, man. Subscribed yesterday, but fuck him. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this. Alright, so yeah, who just won?
Winky, make me a strength check as
Okay.
to see if you can help Treepel out.
Yeah. Okay,
Make an
I'm good.
athletics if you want.
let's see. Okay, athletics. There, we will do it. And I get an advantage because I'm raging.
Raging.
Fuck!
Rage
I suck!
engaging.
Yeah, you're just like, you know what? I'm strong, I'm powerful, and you flex your muscles as you use none of those muscles as you are holding onto this thing by your teeth and can't understand why it's not going well for you. It befuddles you. Treepel, I'm going to need an athletics check. No advantage, unfortunately, to try and pull yourself out.
Gotta grab the whole bread.
Grab his crust at once, Treepelt.
Yeah, Treepel, you're up there like a shot. If you want.
I say crust and thrust. Crust and thrust.
Watch out for the yeast.
No, I know all about crust.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh.
All right.
So, moving on swiftly past that, we come to the floor. Now the floor, I'm gonna roll a d2 to see whose side the floor is on, because these things have damaged it. It's the floor, right? So, as you guys are standing there, the floor has had enough of your bullshit. You've made all of the jokes. You've ruined. It's done. It's done. I'm done. The floor decides that this is its moment, and you hear a groaning as one of the supports in the center gives out, and the center caves in. And it caves in a way that basically you are now in a giant bowl at the bottom of said bowl.
A bread bowl.
Yeah, it is the bread bowl, indeed. And because of which you can't now get out from underneath. This thing is built sort of above the marsh on stilts, but now you have no way out other than to climb back up the edge of this bowl or punch your way through the floor. And these things are in with you, and they look pissed. Given there's a little bit more light now, they're not being obscured. Yeah, these things. One of them has like these big puffy quills, and the other one just has huge octopus-like arms that seem to be flopping around, moving around with the most ill of intent.
Wonderful.
What can I roll to like fly like right when the floor crashed in? Because I don't want to go back in the muck.
You don't want to go back in the muck. I'll give you.
I can't go back, man. I can't go back.
I would give you the opportunity, but this is a nat 20 by the floor. In fact, you guys are going to take. I almost forgot. You guys are going to take 3 bludgeoning damage as the floor sort of. Actually, it's going to be piercing damage as like splinters fly up in every direction. These things are also going to suck down some piercing damage as the floor is just like goes full kamikaze. Tries to take you all with it. Thank you very much for that, Louise. The floor appreciates it.
Damn.
So we are now on the sea spawn. So one of them is going to rush forth and try and have the one with the quills that has been acided on is going to go for lovely old tree pelt there. So it will make 2.
Oh dear.
Wow, 3 and a 4. I'm guessing neither of them hit.
That can't be it, right?
Yeah. So yeah, this thing comes forward and you watch as it seems to literally just try and grapple you and swing its whole head into you like a mace. And as it does, it puffs up, like takes a deep breath in, and you watch as it proper puffer fishes out, and these lethal spines are pointing out in every direction. And you manage to just sort of duck under it. It comes round again, you push it back, and this thing just lets out like this guttural scream as its throat deflates, and it looks back at you quite angrily. The other one is gonna go. I'll roll a D3. Keep it fair, you guys.
He will inflict pain. Petit pain. Petit pain.
It is. It's going after. As so far uninvolved, Asmodee. You're gonna take some attacks as this thing rushes you. You are about to get tentacled.
Ooh,
Welcome to Encounter
The
Roleplay.
tentacle.
You are
hello.
not going to. I have not rolled above a 5 for these guys in like 9 rolls.
I'm proud of you.
One thing.
Thank God.
So yeah, this thing comes rushing forward, and it just flails these tentacles all around in every direction, and you sort of stand there as doesn't hit a damn thing. You don't even have to dodge. You just and then it sort of looks confused as you give none of the shits, and it is your turn.
Well, I'm gonna spit in his face.
What is with you guys spitting at these guys? You have weapons.
And then I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis. And then that'll be my turn.
Remind me what Armor of Agathis does real quick.
I get 5 temporary hit points and for an hour, and if something hits me while I have those hit points, then it takes 5 cold damage.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Nice.
Wouldn't worry about that. These guys apparently can't hit anything to save their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. So, top of the round, Finbar, you are in the
Yes.
drink.
Shit.
Your trousers and boots are ruined. If you're not careful, you might lose a boot down here.
Oh.
You have been sick on your best clothes, and you are missing. Well, you've got drawn-on eyebrows at the moment. What exactly do you do?
I cannot lose my booty. And I'm going to... can I pull myself up? Is that possible?
There's not really anywhere to pull yourself up at the moment. You'd have to like wade your way through, which will take a turn just to get to the edge. 'Cause this is sludge.
Yeah. And I've got the sea spawn before me. I've got the floor above me. I guess I'll attack the sea spawn. Is it possible to move and then take an action to attack?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
You can move up to one of them. Which one are you going for? Tentacle McFlailison or Porcupine McPuffface?
It's got to be Tentacly McFlailison.
Okay.
I can't allow such a creature to exist any longer. How about you, sir? A 22.
A 22 is double their AC.
Oh, good.
It's- Yeah.
22. I do 7 damage to it.
This thing staggers back as you are you attacking with your rapier, I
I
presume?
am, yes. Mama.
You come launching forward, and you watch as the tiefling. Yeah, you just see Asmodee. Suddenly, this thing goes in for an attack, and you skewer one of the tentacles, and part of it comes away, and you now have some sort of strange calamari kebab.
Wow. Also, apparently, Vel donates £10. A giant lard monster appears and decides party looks tasty, yummy, must eat. Always the lard monster.
A lard monster.
Like grease monster.
Yeah.
Ew. We can deep fry these fish.
Indeed. And
Go back to the
as
spawn.
as you sort of stand there skewering it, you notice that around you the muck, the mud, and what was sort of like a part of the river starts to bubble all around you guys. Spoopy things be happening. Treepel, you're up. Old buddy, old pal. You have
Oh,
Porcupine. Porcupine McPuffface. Sounds like a baby. Don't know why.
Weird.
So
I'm
familiar.
going to spit acid at this guy again because I just feel like spitting at him.
Cool. Okay. I will make another dex save. I realized, yeah, these guys rock at dex saves. It's definitely their dex is definitely their go-to
Spitting the
stat.
hot mixtape out, this guy.
Yeah, as -2
Boom.
and 11. They fail, and this guy looks like his face is partially melted off. You notice as he tries to inflate his giant sack. I said it. We moved past it. It tries to inflate his giant sack. You notice air is escaping as the acid eats away at him. He's not dead, but he looks like he's on his last legs, as are we all.
Deflate that man's sack immediately!
Indeed. So you bust his sack, and he looks angry. Anything else?
First time.
This is true.
Hey!
This is absolutely true.
Damn.
It's why Treepelt isn't allowed to the seaside anymore. So as we move on past that, Winky.
Okay. Winky is
Would
going
you
to.
first of all make me an
Yes.
athletics check?
Oh, I can do that. Maybe. I didn't make it last time. Advantage! Come on!
Come on.
That'd be
Come on!
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go, 19.
19.
You do not drown, and you can move
Yes.
as
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna go over to Spiky Fish, and I'm gonna be like, hey, get off my bodyguard. And I want to grab him by the ankles and go to slam him into his tentacle buddy because he's covered in spikes.
you are about. If you'd have to literally swim down about 3 feet to get to his ankles. If you are about 3, you are probably not going to be able to touch the floor here.
Damn.
So you are swimming.
Yeah, Winky. Well, he floats pretty well. So let's see. In that case, I guess Winky's just gonna beat the guy on the head with his sack.
Cool. Okay. It's
Sack
sack
on sack
versus sack.
action, yeah.
That's right.
It's good. I like it.
That's
That's
kinda
why I agreed to DM. So
Let's see.
There were many sacks involved to win the bribery of choice.
Sacks, man.
Sacks to the
I'm
max.
gonna
sack
for the-
attack.
I'm the sack man.
Happy sucky.
go for the giant turkey leg.
Giant turkey leg. Cool.
9.
A 9, unfortunately, not quite a hit. You swing forth and create a giant splash in front of you, kicking it up in this thing's face, and you just watch as it sort of wiped a great deal of slime away. It looks at you annoyed. The floor contemplates. Contemplates where
I don't like this shady ass floor.
Fucking sentient floor.
it contemplates where it all went wrong. It also looks down and wonders why everything beneath it is bubbling. Why no one else is more concerned about that. The sea spawn. Well,
what is wrong with this fishery, damn it?
Damn!
Let's see if they can hit something this time.
The sea spawn will. So the first one is going to attack. It's going to make an attack against Winky and then an attack against the tree folks. First one against Winky with a plus. Does a 16 hit you?
A 16 will definitely hit the Winky.
It hits the Winky.
It does.
This thing launches forward and tries to take a bite out of you. It's going to do 1d4 plus 2. Not terrible. They've certainly rolled worse.
Worse things have happened before, these guys. They were born, first of all, as fucking sea spawns. Then their fucking sacks were deflated. It's gone downhill for these guys.
Yeah,
it's already pretty
true.
low.
They're thinking of unionizing at this point. I mean... so that's 5 piercing damage as you are bitten, Winky. Which, if you are raging, you get to half.
Yeah.
And an 18 tree pelt.
That will hit.
Okay.
Damn.
Tree pelt, you are hit with. I need a con saving throw from you as you are slammed into by this whole thing's face. You are good. You are not poisoned, but you will take. You take 2 poison damage as 2 of these quills just slam into your fur and mildly annoy you.
I've dealt with frogs before.
That's right, you have. Yes, yeah, that's very true.
That be fighting talk.
Out of context is weird, though, isn't it?
It's very weird.
Oh.
So first one at Finbar, second one at Asmodee. 16 apiece.
16 is a
Nice.
hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
I literally copied and pasted, and it changed I don't know how.
I just do arrow upwards. Roll 20.
Yeah. Oh yeah, why do I not do that every time? So you guys are both going to take what? It hasn't hit yet. I don't know what it does. I have no idea what it is.
Hits me.
Cool. I need a... So it can either be a strength or a dexterity saving throw from the pair of you.
I'll go with a dex save, if I can.
Right.
10.
And 15.
Finbar, you are tentacled. You are wrapped in glorious tentacles.
No!
You both take 4 bludgeoning damage each, and it doesn't quite manage to snare Asmodee, but yeah,
He's
Finbar
gonna take 5 cold damage.
is impressed. He is indeed, and he is also starting to look worse for wear. So, top of the round, we roll.
Wait, isn't it my turn?
Oh yes, no, absolutely. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm just gonna take my great sword and pull it off my back and just kind of swing down on top of him.
Okay, roll me to hit. These guys do not have much in the way of AC.
14.
14 hits.
And
It's a
that's
solid hit.
10 slashing damage.
10 slashing damage. You describe to me an almost fatal blow against a giant tentacle. Like, I'm going to say, like, it loses a tentacle to this.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of like swing, like, kind of at an angle and like catch him in the arm, and it's gonna like bury my great sword like part way through his chest.
And yeah, you slice down, it goes through, it takes off that arm and down into its chest, and it's just midway through its chest, and it's now on your sword, and it just looks at you perplexed. Pick 1 or 2 for me real quick.
2.
You free Finbar. Finbar, you are no longer restrained as the tentacle holding you sliced free. At once! This is what happened. Have you noticed, Finbar, you didn't knock here either. You just walked in.
Yeah.
You didn't learn from your own mistake last time.
Rookie.
It's gonna be a theme for this campaign. So at the top of the round, this thing, what are there? Terrible, absolutely terrible. Good. Wow! A -3.
Nice.
Wow.
This thing is the fastest. As the bubbling around you starts to become more than just bubbling. It starts to shift.
More than just bubbles.
Yeah.
Lard
Oh.
incarnate.
Yeah. It's, you guys have done it now. So.
Have Lardic inspiration. Lard versus
Oh
Bard.
my god. Finbar, it is your turn. You can see. I'm gonna say, give me a free perception check, real quick.
Okie dokie, let's see. That is a 13.
On a 13, you notice that there is something seeping in from outside, up sort of like above your head, where the floor once was, where the ruins of the floor still are, sort of hanging onto the edges of this building. You watch as there are barrels that are seeping, like all this thick, translucent slime seems to be pouring down and pooling in the water, and you watch as these big bubbles start to expand, and instead of like bubbling like normal, they start to hold these bubbles, and they take a lot longer to pop, as if the water around you is thickening. It's pretty grim stuff.
That is not good. I wish to be away from this. I'm gonna move through the sludge to try and get above this whole sludge-based area, I think.
Cool. If you want to use all your moverinos, you will take one attack of opportunity, as this thing is going to try and re-tentacle you, try and reclaim you in the name of the fish spawn.
Well, I understand that. It's nice to feel wanted.
You are desirable. 18.
Yeah,
Gonna
that's it.
need a dex save from you, buddy.
Ah! That's +3. Seems like almost goes +3. 20.
You are going to take some damage, but you are not grappled, so you are free to keep moving. You take 4 bludgeoning damage from this thing, as it gives you a cheeky pat on the booty. As
Yeah,
you,
just kind
as
of
you
slap on the butt as I go. Ah! I appreciate that, but I must be gone. I throw a t-shirt their way.
You throw a t-shirt, yeah, it literally just straight in its face.
Yeah.
And you can make me either an athletics or an acrobatics to ninja your way out of the coming doom towards the open door, as there's nothing stopping you.
And acrobatics on a 14.
On a 14, yeah, I'm going to say, it's not the most graceful exit, but you managed to pull yourself up onto like the pier, the jetty area that sort of expands the walkways above, and you are now free from whatever this is. But you will see that around the outside of the fishery, you notice that a couple of the sealed barrels are also leaking this slime, and it's all pooling down into the fishery and below.
Oh, good.
Oh dear.
There is seepage up here. Beware. That's the end of my turn.
Treepel. There is seepage, whatever that is.
There are secretions and seepage.
Bodily fluids and ugh.
And
It smells like fish. Ugh.
Oh. Ew. That's nasty.
That's nasty.
Those things that we were fighting are gone now, right?
No, they are both still standing, but barely. Very, very much in pain, the pair of them.
How is the one like still close to me?
Yeah, there is still it's looking like it might possibly die any moment. It's sort of like wheezing. This sack is sort of almost entirely deflated. There's bubbling green coming from it, which looks like it's not good.
Are like both of those things next to each other, or is it?
There's probably about 5-10 feet between them. You could sort of line up if you wanted, so you could try and hit both of them with a breath.
Yeah, that's what I'll probably try and do. 'Cause I just like spitting at these things.
I've noticed how everyone likes to spit, and it's just so unsanitary.
It's just how I say hello.
Oh.
I'm gonna roll for both of them. They both nat 20. They're still gonna take 8. They take A damage.
Damn.
And they are not dead. A damage does not kill them. I'm terribly sorry to say. Anything else? You are currently next to poor old Winky, who is treading water and swinging a sack at the same time of completely ruined food at this point.
Can I just pick him up?
Yeah, you can literally hold him up.
I'm just gonna pick him up and put him on my shoulders then.
Okay.
You better be strong. I'm like out of the water now. Nice.
You are indeed. So no athletics check for you at the beginning of your turn.
That's
just
right.
yeah.
Okay. From my new I guess crow's nest, I'm going to look at the sack monster, and you have to fight his sack with my sack, and I boom, chuck it at him like so.
Battle of the sacks.
Sack battle.
Indeed. Ronnie,
Can we get some sacks in chat?
Just whip them out for us real quick.
So we go weapons.
Weapons, mighty sack.
Let's do that. My throwing weapon. 22 to hit, 5 damage.
22. Right. So describe the unfortunate life and merciful death of this horrific creature as you kill it with your mighty sack.
Yes. Well, the sack, of course, tears straight forward, burlap flapping, and the squished watermelon is, of course, all up at the front. You know, he layered it. Winky layered it, of course. You know, I guess it has to go watermelon, cantaloupe, strawberries, grapes, and then on top is whatever kind of spices you can have.
Just like a samurai sword.
There you go, like a samurai sword, man. It's like the katana of sacks.
Yeah.
Hattori Hanzo sewed this sack.
Yeah.
And it smashes this creature in the face, and you see it's like eyeballs fly out and like just get all over everywhere. But there's one watermelon in there that did not break. And when the sack like splatters everywhere, the sack creature's head is gone, but there's a watermelon sitting where its head used to be.
It's just spinning slowly.
Yep.
And as it spins round towards you, you notice that there are 2 pips from some fruit buried in its there. And there's like a thin slice of maybe an orange or a clementine. You're not entirely sure. Could be a tangerine.
That's right.
It's like slipped in there, and a banana. And it's there, and the banana slowly just rotates, so it's now down, and this thing topples backwards.
You just got Gallagher as I like go Treepelt, go, and I spur her on.
You whip Treepelt.
Yeah. I take the baguette and go.
It's like a baton.
Yeah.
Why do I feel this happened before?
I don't know either, truly.
Literally no one knows. Just run.
The floor.
Good.
No,
I'm motioning for her to come upwards. My hands.
Yeah, you see your target. There is still a tiefling down here with you, and one giant flailing tentacle creature that has just been kind of went forward, sort of and then greatsword almost killed it instantly, and it was like, I regret my life decisions quite dramatically at this point. The floor begins to scream. None of you can speak floor, and therefore none of you hear this. But the varnish begins to come off of it as whatever this ooze is, this seepage, starts to strip the varnish and eat away at the wood.
Not the varnish!
Indeed. The worst.
That was a new coat.
Yeah. shit just got
The
tense.
one
in
good
here.
thing about this fishery floor has been destroyed.
Yes.
Yeah. Nothing is sacred in my campaigns.
The bastard.
So
Dare you.
this tentacle creature is going to make one attack because it's only got one arm. Does an 11 hit you?
Just no, barely, almost.
Just no.
Just
Yes.
no.
Just no, alright?
I speak the English good.
You do indeed. This thing, however, speaks nothing but threats
not
of your
do it.
demise. It makes blubbing, bubbling noise, and it's going to try and run from you. And not realizing at this point that there is nowhere it can run, so it's going to try and run. Would you like to make me an attack of opportunity? Because you get a free hit on this thing as it turns tail and flees.
Also, we're just one follow away from another viewer decision.
No.
Oh, do we have a result on the last one?
It looks like we've got a tie in between Baguette. You get spat out with Baguettes as arms and sausages as fingers, and the kobold is unarmed but goes in a murderous rampage due to shock. So you can decide, Josh.
Okay. All right. So you guys will see that this thing turns. It will turn to flee. Has no way to run. Manages to sort of dodge the killing blow. However, it is now your turn. So you have a choice. Do you finish it off? Do you coup de grace, or do you? The other people have sort of like they're already sort of hoisting themselves out of the fishery undercroft, as it were.
I'm gonna go ahead and finish it off.
Cool. You it's dead. It's so dead. It had 3 hit points left. It's just like if you hit it, it's gone. So yeah, you slice into this. Tell me how this thing meets its dramatically.
I'm gonna kind of swing in the same spot that I swung before and just kind of like finish the cut, just cut all the way through.
You cut. I'm gonna say you swing, but it's turned round, and instead you cut a V, like straight down. Its other arm falls out, and like the torso section just sort of like stands, and its head turns to look at you, and it just makes a burbling sound as it falls, and its legs continue trying to run towards the now walls of the floor that keep it boxed in, and they hit the edge and slowly sink beneath. And you watch as this torso slowly sink down, and it looks at you with remorse, with pleading, with mercy, and then it dies. It's entirely kaput. So you are now free to make some movement, head over to the other guys if you want.
Yeah,
Nice.
I will. And because I reduced it to 0, I get 5 temporary hit points.
There you are.
Class feature.
Sweet.
Excellent.
And as you do so, Tree Pelt. Who do we have? Hold on, we've got Tree Pelt. Technically not Winky.
True.
For once.
And Asmodee, you guys are going to take some attacks as
Oh, lordy.
lardy la. As where are we?
Good lord. I want to stay far away from this lard pile.
Right, here we go. It's going to be
Trying to cut down on fats.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, thank you to Justice for the Floor and Dr. Quiz for following. That's another viewer decision, Josh.
There will be justice in a moment. But first of all, Tree Pelt and Asmodee, you're going to take 12 acid damage apiece as the water around you starts bubbling uncomfortably, and you realize that it is starting to melt you.
Would I have resistance to acid?
Yes, I believe you do.
Okay.
What kind of dragon did you choose to be yours?
Copper, I believe.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah. So acid breath, acid resistance.
Because I had 1 temporary hit point left over from the spell that I cast, he takes 5 damage.
Cool.
Hey.
Okay. So you feel this water start to tickle, and behind you, you watch as a wave coming from the other side of the fishery starts to roll towards you. It's the slowest wave you've ever seen in your life, but you guys are like still sort of like running in slow motion, wading through this thing, as it's almost like, you know, that horrible filmy sort of like, you get it with pate, like that gelatin gross
yeah.
that starts rolling towards you, but it's entirely made of fish, like excrement. It's delightful, as the lard monster has come to claim you.
Fishcrement.
Yummy.
Do you want to bring our next view decision in here, Josh?
Indeed. So, you guys can tell me, whilst this has been going on, other things have been happening in the village, but what is just arrived at the village? What could be from the ship, could have been something that arrived at the party, it could be something native to this land, it could be anything. Just let me know if it's,
All right, underneath this line in chat, what has arrived at the village? Oh, goody.
No fun.
All right.
The fishing village or like the original village?
This village here.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Be merciful, chat.
Of course.
So
So
yeah, go ahead, Josh.
Yeah. Give me, I'm going to say Treepelt, Winky, and Asmodee, give me either athletics or acrobatics checks to get yourself out of the lard monster's immediate area. So,
No,
I got an 18 because that's advantage.
I got 7.
Any meter rolls on me?
no, you
Okay.
unless you want to be assisting someone.
No.
He's still on my back, isn't he?
Yeah, Winky's good.
Okay, we're good. I got
Winky.
22.
Is this how it's going to be, chat? I know I'm flawed. This is a game we're playing. Okay. Come at me, chat.
So you guys make it up, but you see that the tiefling is not fared so well, being further behind, and as he tries to make his way out, this thing comes rushing towards him, and suddenly, just in front of you, by the floors, you're sort of like clawing at the floorboards, now vertical, trying to get up, and you watch as something punches a hole between two floorboards, and they break, and claws push their way through, rip it open, and on the other side is the most naked kobold you've ever seen, with something tied around his head. It looks to be like a scrap of cloth tied in a headband. He is wielding what looks to be a sharpened lemon slice in his mouth. He has basically put a hardened end of a baguette over his fist like a gauntlet, and he punches his way through the floorboard. He's covered in mud, like with all of the camouflage going on, covering his red scales, and he gestures for you to come through. You have your second way out.
Yeah, I'll go through. I'll follow him.
What is that?
No time to explain.
No, there's time. We will make time for this. What is down there, kobolds?
What was the kobold's name again?
Small scale.
Small scale.
Small scale. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna yell out. It's small scale.
What is down there, and why is it lemons?
It's the kobold.
They're weird.
As I walk past Finbar, I'm just gonna smack him upside the head and just follow the kobold.
No.
On his turn, you are blissfully unaware of this, but this thing, this poor small scale himself, he's gone full carnivorous, bloodthirsty, rampaging, full Rambo mode, and he is going to sort of pull you through with amazing suddenness of strength, Asmodee, as you find yourself out of like this arena, and he looks to you, and he just shakes his head, and he goes to speak like this dramatic line, and just a lemon slice falls out of his mouth, and he oh bollocks, and grabs it, and then he just says, "For the fallen, for our families, for the Empire," and he dives through the hole, and you guys just watch as this kobold, completely naked, flies in and just starts punching a wave of slime that immediately begins to engulf him. It's surrounded, and he's now got like the lemon slice offhand, sort of holding it backwards. He's ready, and as the enemy surrounds him, you have your moment to flee. Do you guys leave?
I point to the boat and that way as I hit Tree Pelt to go.
Cool. As you guys, Tree Pelt, you're going. As Modi, you can make it out sort of beneath the fishery, pull yourself up onto a walkway with no problem, make it back to the boat. Finbar, you are also headed towards the boat, or are you?
I am, yeah. After a while, confused for the kobold, I shrug, knowing that I've had stranger bedfellows, and head back to the boat.
He, the last thing you see him is him just standing there and just says, "This is for my family, you bastards. Come and get some!" And he launches heroically in slow motion, mainly because of the sludge. And the
You
slime.
don't have a family!
They're all dead.
He's just like, "That's what makes this so dramatic," and he begins to go around.
Well, I do love drama, sir. And so
You'd write a song about that.
You notice as you guys return to the boat, there are 2 more of these sea spawn creatures that are lying dead on the floor. One of them has half a baguette rammed almost the whole way down his throat, and it's just making like this asphyxiated flapping. It's just suffocating, and you watch as it gives its last gasp, as clearly this is where the other half of his baguette now resides. And the other one, it looks like it has been stabbed repeatedly by something that deals citric damage.
Oh, good God.
The worst kind of damage.
It's like this guy got some bread in his hole.
He's just out here trying to make some dough, and
I really can't trust the situation. Let us leave.
It's a sour situation, yes, and
it is indeed. These guys, they don't have much. They're living on the bread line.
It's true.
And,
it's true.
you guys, you making it back to the boat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Quick, row, Tree Pelt.
Yes, Tree Pelt, roll. I'll keep a lookout, I say from atop our shoulders. Still up there.
Do you squawk? Are you
Yes.
you just full parrot mode?
Yeah. I speak Draconic. Caw, caw. That's how they sound.
That's true. Absolutely. I'm sure no one would take offense to that. So, yeah, you can start. Tree Pelt, give me an athletics to start rowing this. As you guys, are you heading back towards the village? Are you heading further inland towards the? You are heading nowhere.
We are
I tell
going
you right
nowhere.
I say we go upriver. Tree Pelt upriver to the Kobold Cave.
Well, we are going nowhere right now. I'm just going in a circle.
Yeah.
Winky is going to, I guess, be humble, show some humility. He's gonna grab the other paddle. Yeah, still sitting atop Tree Belt. He's just gonna reach really far, and just start helping out with the paddling.
Yeah, I Titanic on the front again.
As
Okay, cool. That's
grab
okay.
a paddle as well.
Okay, give me an athletics check, those who are rowing, as you try and pull away. And is that view decision live?
Yes, let's see. Got a couple of votes in. Might want to give it another minute or two.
Yeah, that's cool. Could you just send it to me in the Zoom chat? I'm struggling to load.
Yeah, sure.
I got it.
Rolls.
Nailed it. So you guys, which direction are you trying to paddle? You can
West.
head west. You're going inland. You're heading towards where this kobold mentioned his kin reside.
Let's go west, guys.
Yeah, I'll go.
Let's advance the plot.
Ah, yes. Wait, which way is the cave?
To the west.
Then to the cave we shall go, my friends.
We paddle to the cave. With our paddles.
Okay. You guys start paddling as fast as you can, and you're not making great progress. The thickness, the consistency of this river is not pleasant in any means, and you.
Such a thick river.
I'm just reading some of these. These are wonderful. So yeah, you guys start rowing upriver, and as you do, you see there is something else coming down the river towards you guys. It appears to be another ship. It's quite small because it fits on this river, and this isn't a large ship sort of river, but it's coming in your direction.
I look at everybody and say, maybe we should all of us hide except for one of us. Maybe let them think that we're not, we can surprise them if something happens.
Ah, yes. Well, I am the most famous of us, so perhaps I should speak of them.
Okay, and Winky's gonna just duck down onto the boat and try to hide himself.
Yeah, Asmodai agrees.
Cool. Guys, if you're hiding, roll me stealth checks.
Ooh.
Not my best thing.
Me neither.
Yeah.
12? Okay.
Okay. As this ship gets closer towards the Finbar, there's no one rowing. It's literally Finbar gliding majestically, 4 abandoned oars, and he's just standing on the prow of the ship. The ship simply moving with his gravitas and nothing else. As you start to lose a little bit of speed, as you guys are hiding, pulling like a tarp that was covering it. It's been in the ship. They hide under the tarp, and there's hushed voices coming from ahead, and you see there is a lantern hanging from the prow of their small vessel, and they draw alongside you, and you watch in horror as from on the vessel hooks are thrown over, and they decide that they are going to reel you in.
No! Advaita Nana the Red for subscribing to Twitch Prime.
Yeah.
Thank you to the Lady and the Scholar. And this stream is glorious.
It is indeed.
Okay. I say, they're reeling us in! Quick! And, as if that means something, I'm going to,
You look as you sort of exclaim this and sort of stand there defiantly.
Yes.
You hear a voice call back, "Well, of course we are, for we are quite the alluring, captivating individuals. Well, I myself are. My name is Sinbar. Perhaps you've heard of..."
My name is Finbar. Perhaps you've heard of me.
And true enough, as the light suddenly sort of maneuvers to a point where you can see him, there are shadowy figures still aboard the ship, but standing there is the most well-dressed bard you've ever seen, obviously, beside yourself. And
This is unreal.
he has a rapier on his other hip. He's left-handed, and you see that this guy has quite something hidden away. You see behind him, the thing that they appear to be towing around appears to be a small organ just sat on the back of their ship. It's the most ridiculous thing you can imagine. You realize now that the whole ship is listing terribly, and he says, "I am Sinbar, the fantastic, the greatest bard to ever live. Perhaps you've heard of my band, the Sinbardians."
I have not, but you may have heard of me, Finbar, and my band, the Finbards.
Preposterous. It's a ridiculous name. Well, you must be here, obviously, for the challenge. I would throw
Yes.
down my gauntlet, but I well, this place is incredibly unclean, so these are moleskin gloves. So,
Oh, quite tasteful.
Asmodai will pop out and introduce himself as the manager of the band.
cool.
Yes,
You,
we have a band manager now.
He looks, peers, describe Asmodai, what does he look like?
So he's like 6 foot tall. He's not super tall, but he's got kind of like horns on his head that sweep backwards. And he's got black hair, and I assume most of you have seen X-Men with Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of looks like that, but with red skin. He's got like scars all over his body.
It's like
Azazel?
Azazel, was that his name?
Kind of
yeah.
Azazel.
Azazel, yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah. So he says you have a band manager, as do I, and he gestures as a tiefling sits up. He has slicked forward horns, sort of like blue skin. He has fantastic blonde hair, but he bears a striking resemblance to you. And he says, for the confusion, when I said as do I didn't mean I have also. His name is As Do I. Something of a confusion I often get. And he's not my band manager, you see. He's the CEO of my label.
Well, I have a CFO to my label. Treatment, get off here.
He looks appalled, like he's genuinely taken aback.
And I kind of grab Treepo up. Come on!
I'm just gonna like yelp and be like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yes! That's our latest record.
I'm gonna bite Finbar.
It's...
I think Trupel attacks us more than actual bad guys.
She's very defensive.
She's feral, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, and I can't keep them off of me.
You, as she stands, he looks completely shocked, and he turns and he says, "Dragonbark!" As you see this giant, hulking dragonborn stand up. Except you're pretty sure it's a dragonborn, but there are tufts of what look like it looks like very coarse quills. Not dissimilar to what you saw puffing out of a pufferfish, but yeah, this thing almost looks like a giant hedgehog as it rears itself up, looks forward, looks confused at the other boat, looks to Simba and just is fight them or
Not before I introduce the last member of my band. For not only do we have a CEO and a CFO, but we have an NHL! And I bring out Winky from underneath the top.
Yeah, Winky's like jumps up kung fu, like so, just trying to look intimidating. Probably not really.
Cool. You you step up and he snorts, he laughs, and he just says, "I'll raise you an see your NHL, and I'll raise you an FML." And he turns and instead of pulling back its top, he holds out a hand, and this dainty hand appears. Takes his and slowly stands as this very small but very glamorous and beautiful looking woman steps up in a dress like almost like a princess's sort of gown, and she steps up with this crown on. She's holding it sort of aloft, and she smiles to all of you, and as she gives a little curtsy, you hear a tearing sound, and she just looks absolutely mortified. Looks at Simba, and he's like, "No, not now, not now. Just as we rehearsed." And she's, "I can't do anything." And suddenly, the corset she's wearing underneath rips, and she is the most rotund, fat-coated woman. And in her panic to sort of like cover her modesty, she drops the crown, and it's over her shoulders, and she is now standing there completely stuck in a very, very familiar fashion to Winky.
I'm going like, well, she just looks like a fool.
I'm gonna cast command on her.
Oh shit! Okay.
Oh, damn!
Just to make a decent.
I look at Finbar and say, "There's only one way to end this."
I am Simba, you are Finbar.
Yes, a battle of the bands.
She has
No.
to make, 14 DC 14 wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay,
I begin
cool.
my
Right.
hold down song.
Cool. She will fail dramatically with a -2.
I'm gonna have her jump off the boat into the water.
Cool. What do you say exactly?
I just I kind of the party hears me whisper something, and then I just say jump, and she jumps into the water.
She jumps. She catches basically hits the side of the boat and sort of at her midsection, and just completely flips over into the water. And Simba just looks, watches the bubbles rise, and there's that moment where everyone just looks at the bubbles. And he's just like. So anyway.
I see you keep good company.
Well, it's always good to have admirers around. People do, I can document all of this as much as I want, write as many poems, but what's the point in it all if you can't rub the occasional face in it? Quite.
Wait.
He gives you a bashful look.
You are almost as talented and as handsome as I am, but not quite.
Well, let's see how well you perform. Show me your organ.
Which one?
He gestures to the giant organ on the back of his ship. You don't have an organ?
Mine
Oh,
are mostly internal.
Ladies and gentlemen, he doesn't have an organ.
Winky's going to shout out.
This man.
Well, neither do you. He's going to jump and try to land on the organ.
I may not have an organ, but I do have a giant sack, Winky!
Sack attack!
Roll me an athletics check.
Winky's going to rage because he wants advantage.
Cool.
Hopefully with my weight and the organ's weight.
Yeah.
17. Hey!
Oh yeah, you're advantage. Okay, so yeah, you launch across and you are now perched on top of this organ.
I want to knock off the boat.
You want to try this? This thing is bolted to the boat. You'd have to flip the boat.
Okay, I want to hit the side of it and do one of those kind of things.
Okay, I'm gonna say make me just a straight up strength.
Straight up strength.
You can have it advantage.
Ah, shit!
Okay, I'm going to.
Am I in the water with the other fat knee?
You fall, and there is a loud splash, as now both Winky and
Stinky Slapnut.
Stinky Slapnut.
Oh my goodness.
Genius.
Yeah, both of you are currently. You're not actually that deep. You're only about 2 feet below the surface.
With both of us in the water, though, it raises the depth of it another 3 feet up.
Yeah. So you basically just Finbar, you're there, and you're just broadside, and you watch as Winky just fires across and bounces off the organ. But Simba does sort of sway slightly, and he says, level the playing field. I like your style.
Yes, that is what I intended to do.
Of course.
Absolutely. And that's 20 to the organ, says Louise.
Okay.
Which organ? I'm gonna jump over with my rapier onto his boat. So I was like, on guard!
Okay. Roll me just a acrobatics as he's going to.
Acrobatics is a +4 for me, so a 6.
Cool. You go to jump, but he beats you to it. On a 23, he jumps aboard your ship, drawing his rapier as he does, and he now stands in the prime Titanic position. He has laid claim to it on your ship.
Holy ship.
And He stands there, gives a modest bow, which not a modest bow in any way. Oh, Tripod is Ripperino.
Everybody panic! It's okay.
Oh, no. And yeah, so you are there. You are together.
Okay.
He crosses swords with you. So, is this a battle of the blades, or is this a battle of the bards?
Ah! Yes! And it is many things.
Choose your weapon wisely.
The Duel of the Fates starts playing.
He just...
I get out my saxophone. I bring out my saxophone, and that is what we shall duel with.
He pulls out a trombone.
Damn it.
Well, it's always polite for the better bard to let the other one go first, so...
No, it isn't. That's where you're wrong. It's actually the other way round. Ha! And and I'm gonna, I guess, roll a performance check against him.
Yeah. Damn it. He's good.
A 17, the perfect number.
Okay. He's,
Damn it! A 22.
Oh.
He gets a 22.
He, harmonizes perfectly with mine. Damn, he's good.
And, you guys start rocking out. It's intense.
This is the boat that rocked.
It is indeed. Okay, I'm gonna say this is gonna be for Asmodee. You can roll me a perception check.
Alright. And a second.
Help me.
15.
As you see this, you witness on the other boat, which is now it's just got the old it's just got the hulking dragon-born furry porcupine creature and his friend, the tiefling CEO of his record label. You watch as the guy, the tiefling, you and him lock eyes, and he looks at you, he squints at you, he gives you the hairy eyeball, as we call it here in New Reach. He's bogging you out, and then you hear a sudden startling realization across his face. He looks shocked, and he slowly falls backwards over the edge, not with a big splash. He seems to sort of sink gently into the water over the edge, and you watch as claws crawl over the edge, and you see a small diminutive red-scaled creature, missing quite a few scales. One of its long horns entirely melted to a nub, pull its way up onto the ship and launches itself. It doesn't. Small scale doesn't go for the Dragonborn. No. He misses. At first, that's what you think, and then you realize he lands sat at the organ.
Oh my god, no.
Does he play a scale?
And he begins to play music beyond compare.
No way.
As it turns out that with only 3 stubby little claws and tiny ability to reach, because he's got such a small arm span, kobolds are natural organ players. And he nat 20s, blasting out this music, and you watch as Sinbar, startled, flails. He tries to grab hold of you, and he's going to try and take you with him, Finbar, as he falls. So make me an athletics check. He will also make an athletics check. What's your modifier, Will?
It's a +3.
Cool.
Well, that's true, Pop.
16.
Alright, now let's fucking over music. 16, I roll a... Damn it, an 8. I'm terrible. I'm the worst Finbar.
He basically he launches out with the trombone and manages to hook your sax, and he brings you close into like an embrace. You lock eyes, like your heads are sort of like pressed to each other, and he just says, "If I can't play at the village concert, then neither can you." And he falls backwards, and you both fall into about 3 feet of water.
She's like, sploosh. And it's like knee deep.
So yeah, you are now sort of
mine.
Oh god. Okay.
Never seen again.
So Tree Pelt, you are going to be attacked, I'm afraid. I'm really sorry to do this to you, as you are attacked by, I forgot what I called him. Was it
The dragon bark.
Dragonbark? That was it. Dragonbark. So Dragonbark is going to make a jump across to you, and he's gonna go for an attack. He's going to try and breathe some love on you. So could you roll me a dexterity
I
save?
don't consent to him breathing his love on me.
He spits at you.
Ooh,
Savage.
damn.
Okay. In which case, he is going to do some damage to you. However, you have resistance because it is acid, so you are only going to take half this. I believe it's 2d6.
Isn't that supposed to be a Constitution saving throw?
No, I don't believe it is for. I'll have a look. I'll have to check that. You take 3 damage. Just we've run it as Dex so far, so I'm going to keep it as Dex.
Okay.
So yeah, you take 3 damage, and he hurls himself, and everyone is on one boat now, bar the kobold who is playing some epic Castlevania organ. He's playing Bloody Tears. He's absolutely going for it. So we have Treepelt. Anything you want to do in return to this giant furry porcupine quill dragonborn that's just spat at you and jumped on your ship? Finbar and Simbar have fallen into the water.
I'm going to stab at this thing. I could figure out where that is.
Go for the stabby. The stabby Stabberson.
I'm playing Castlevania now.
Stabby stab.
What's your AC?
My armor class is 14.
Cool, you hit him, as these guys have the same stats as you guys.
Too bad they don't have Tim.
They don't. They absolutely don't. So, he feels a loss for not having Tim and takes a mighty 8 slashing damage, and he's gonna make a dex save. What's your dex save modifier? Plus.
I have no clue.
Oh, it says +2. There we are. He nat once. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. It would be relevant as you slice into him, and he's landed with like both his feet, the tips of his claws just catching the edge of your ship. He spits at you. The recoil from the spit throws him back. You slice into him, and he also plummets into 3 feet of water. And this 3 feet of water, I'm telling you right now, may be the death of many people today.
Mm-hmm. Certainly mine.
So, Winky. You and you and her.
Stinky.
Stinky. You, Winky and Stinky, are currently just standing on the bottom of the riverbed, just looking at each other, motionless.
I kind of look at her and just like, do you want to fight?
You immediately start to drown as you are
Oh, fuck!
and speaking.
I have to get above the water somehow. I go to climb on her back and like stand on her shoulders, like shove her further deep into the water.
You're gonna take 8 cold damage as you legitimately start to drown fully. Like,
Wow.
but yeah, make me an athletics.
Yeah, advantage because I'm mad.
Raging.
It's better than last time. 22.
Nice.
Get down in the water.
Yeah, she rolls a 2.
Wow.
You trample her and easily. She's actually laying prone now on her back, and you were standing on her stomach,
Yes.
and your head is just above. You come up all submarine style.
I take a deep breath, and I hear all this wonderful music being played, and it just makes me want to tap dance. As I start just stomping on her to take her out.
That's great.
Con save. She will fail. She will take. Oh damn! She takes 4 gold damage, and you start to sink slightly. Not too much. You can still breathe, but you are literally deflating what you are standing on. So,
okay. It's just for the team. If I can take her out. Next up.
Asmodee, you just watched your doppelganger have his throat slit by something. I won't say it was a lemon slice.
Okay. So is he dead?
You would assume so. He got dumped over the edge, but there is a mad kobold laughing manically with some sort of sash tied around his head, playing organ like a savant. And there is splashing and general bitchy comments coming from the prow of the ship, where 2 of the most vain bards in the world are currently having a slap fest.
I'm gonna run over to where Finbar fell off, and I'm just gonna jump, kind of flying eagle off the boat with my greatsword facing down.
Roll me to hit.
Stab this.
I'm the real one!
17.
17. You, cool. So, Finbar, you're going to take 8 damage. This guy's also going to take 8 damage, as you have just staked both of them to the floor, and they might now legitimately drown in 3 feet of water.
Ah!
Make me a con save, Finbar.
My dream will live on! 6.
That's what he just says, whoops.
Simbar does not start to suffocate. However, Finbar, God, I'm starting to honestly think that Simbar might be the way forward, dude. His rolls, man.
Maybe, you never know.
You're gonna take 9 cold damage as you inhale like a deep lungful of water, having been run through entirely by a greatsword.
I have 1 HP.
It's good.
TPK from the water.
It is good.
First the floor, now my mortal enemy, water. No!
My only weakness. Standing bodies of water.
I need a baguette down here, man.
You do indeed.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say Tree Pelt, as the person who's got the least on her plate right now, is alone on the ship. What are you doing? You've just seen Asmodee jump greatsword first into off the front of the ship, and you can still see him because he's landed, but he's again not that deep, so he's just standing at the front of the ship. You don't hear any screams. You don't know if he's hit anything, but you know Finbar and Simbar went off that way, and also there is just a very enthusiastic looking Winky who is just bobbing up and down, but aggressively bobbing up and down in the water, just his head just up and down, and he's just...
Is that weird dragonborn still around, or?
He's jamming like you would not believe on that organ.
I'm going to go fly over to Winky because he's my master, and I'm going to save him. I don't
Okay.
Finbar.
Okay.
I got enough assistance, it's okay. I got a great sword. In my
Throw me to the organ player.
Yeah, I got you, Will.
Yeah, we're
I'll be-
aware you got it.
I'll be the organ grinder.
Where's that organ you were looking for?
Do you throw him to the organ?
Yeah, I'll probably pick him up and then throw him to the organ and have my greatsword out because I'm pretty sure I'm out of actions.
Cool. You draw your greatsword, chucking him down, landing on the ship with him, and you are standing there, and you are now on top of the organ, and you look into the frenzied eyes of Small Scale, who is going all out with this organ playing. You're actually having like huge gusts of air coming up from the organ with fetid swamp gases coming out of them that you're having to sort of like peer through, but he's there and he's just jamming like his life depends on it. He maintains eye contact with you, Winky.
Okay, so was
Touching his organ and maintaining eye contact.
Wow,
look at the
that's impressive.
touching his organ, looking at the Winky. Let's see. So is this organ playing like buffing us or debuffing us? Can I get a
You have no idea.
fucking idea? Okay.
You feel like you have indigestion.
You could try and inhale some of the noxious fumes coming from the pipes, the swamp gas fumes, if you want a buff or a debuff.
Winky's
He says tentatively.
quite a beast. He's got some constant hit points to spare. He's gonna like, okay, hold on, what are you doing? And I'm gonna sniff Small Scale's gas.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Pick one or two.
I pick 2.
2 it is. You gain bardic inspiration.
Oh yes,
Of
the
course.
gas. Okay,
The gas is good. And he nods like he's just like he's.
that's right. That's good guy going. And okay, so we've killed one of the bad guys. I guess I'm seeing Stinky Slapnut getting out of the water. I'm gonna go and just like cannonball on her now that I'm inspired bardically.
She's not getting out.
Okay, cool. So who's left then?
There's a fight going on at the front of your boat.
Okay, I'm gonna go up into this fight and start wrecking with my inspiration. I feel so inspired. I'm gonna jump on. You said it's the Warlock Doppelganger and the Finbar Doppelganger.
Finbar, the Warlock Doppelganger is
That's
currently
it.
seemingly dead. There is somewhere in the water. There is the dragon bark.
Okay. I'm gonna try and just cannonball onto wherever I think Dragonbark is.
Cool. Roll me in acrobatics. You can use
I'm
your.
good. I am going to use that bardic inspiration.
Okay.
That's it. Roll. Damn it. It's not rolling. There it goes.
There you
Nice.
Oop, take the first one.
Yeah.
Or
go.
second one. If you want to.
Do you want to roll me that bardic inspiration?
It's a D6.
It is in.
Eee!
I'm gonna give it to you. You
Yes!
tell me how the impact kills as poor Dragonbark tries to stand. Tell me what it is that ends his poor miserable life.
Winky is going to belly flop, and flop he will. Like I imagine he takes this big giant breath. His tunic inflates. Maybe like one of the buttons at the bottom pops. He sees his belly button poking out. He just slams into the guy, and his just like bends the guy's head backwards. It snaps, and then he just.
Is it an innie or an outie? Your belly button.
It wasn't any. It wasn't any. He took a deep breath and became an outie. Smashed the guy, turned it back into an innie again.
Okay, right, cool. You're gonna take 6 damage, but you coup de grace him as you end up
Nice.
with plenty of. You are poked like a pincushion with these quills, and finally, we go back to Sinbar, who is currently underneath a dying Finbar, but both of them are now staked to the floor by a greatsword. He is going to do nothing because he can't actually do a damn thing with a greatsword impaling him. So he's going to hold his action. So, Finbar, what do? You're underwater. You'll run through.
Yeah. I'm gonna yeah, I'm gonna try and struggle free from the sword whilst trying to like heal myself with a spell.
Asmodee, would you like to let them free?
Yeah, what I was gonna do is just gonna kind of pull my sword out, but like keep Finbar stuck to it and kind of throw him back onto the boat.
Nice.
Roll me an athletics check.
Whilst I'm in the air, I want to cure light wounds on myself.
Okay.
In anticipation.
And 8, no, that was good. Basically, you needed to roll low enough that you didn't tear him in half, and high enough that you didn't just not do anything. So yeah, you managed to chuck him back into the boat. Finbar, you're going to take 8 damage, but I'm going to say cure wounds yourself just before.
All right, it's I heal myself for 5 in midair, like it's gonna hurt.
I'm going to say yeah, you land, and Simba is going to rise. And he is going to request that you, my friend Asmodee, make me a saving throw. It will be a wisdom saving, I believe.
Oh,
Vicious Mockery is it wisdom or
I have the
wisdom?
book right here. I can look it up.
Yeah,
What is it?
Vicious Mockery.
Oh, okay.
Will, do you have?
Oh, yeah, I think that's charisma.
You want me to? I got a bardic inspiration, yeah.
No, Vicious Mockery.
Oh, I do have vicious
Oh,
mockery.
it's
yes.
wisdom.
What's
It's
the
wisdom.
save on it, real quick?
It's wisdom based, yeah.
Yeah, make a whiz save for me.
An 18.
Yeah, he stands and he just says, You know what? You won't even be able to afford me at your funeral. And the words lash out at you, but you hold fast against them. Simba is incredibly wounded.
Kill him!
So can I make an attack?
You can indeed.
Awesome. I'm gonna just kind of like swing like at an upward angle with my greatsword. And that's a 6.
You miss, and as you swing, he falls backwards into the river, and you watch as hands come out of the water. These weird, strange blue hands. They wrap round him, and he just very wounded, clutching his stomach, just says, You haven't heard the last of Sinbad. And with that, there's a swirl of smoke that surrounds him for an instant, and he vanishes.
No!
As my movement, I'm gonna jump back into the boat and say, "Everyone out of the water! Out of the water now!"
You guys can get out of the water. I found you're the only one in the water at the moment. I think everyone else is.
I'm in it because I belly flopped the guy.
Oh yeah, you are. So yeah, you guys.
I'm gonna shimmy out.
So you guys now have 2 boats. One of them has an organ equipped, and
Yes.
finally playing the finale piece. You watch as the kobold finishes his magnus opus, and he turns to all of you, plays one final note, holds it, turns, and gives the most dramatic of bows. And as he stands, he watches his eyes seem to clear from this rage. And then he looks at you, looks confused, looks like he wants to say something. And then he just opens his mouth, and a whole lemon just falls.
The power of lemon.
And he collapses unconscious on the boat.
Wow.
I'm afraid that is what's going to have to be on that cliffhanger.
Wow.
Damn.
Man! What's next
Yeah.
week gonna bring? More lemons? When D&D gives you lemons, guys. What can I
You
say?
go into a kobold killing frenzy.
Yes.
And slit people's throat with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we are going to be wrapping up today's stream here, my friends. The first episode of Tricks of the Trade. If you enjoyed tonight's show, please do let us know in chat. Thank you to everybody who subscribed, donated, and followed today. If you haven't followed already, hit that follow button and join us. We're going to be back on tomorrow, same time, for another 3-hour stream of Numenera. a series of stillness. Rem will be joining me along with a bunch of other folks. You can find the cast on our website, of course. But it's going to be exciting. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. And if you want to play next week in this game, !play is the way to do that. You can be here playing with Tricks on the Trade next week. But let's go around the cast and crew. Yeah, where can we find you guys online? Did you enjoy yourselves? All that good stuff. Let's start with Josh, our Dungeon Master for the day.
Well, that was vaguely in the direction I wanted that to go.
Good.
Believe it or not, you went and did a thing that set up another thing, and all is well. So, yeah, it's fun. It's great. It's great to be back in West Marches, where anything can happen, and it's great to be DMing because I can just go, yeah, no, that happens. I'm fine with that. It's West Marches. Anything's cool. So yeah, it's an absolute blast. Thank you very much, guys, for coming along and playing it. And yeah, if anything, the moral of the story is kobolds are immune to scurvy.
That is true. We've learned that very important lesson here today.
Yeah, it's a new racial trait. So the new subrace of lemon kobold. So thank you guys for coming along. I will be around on Monday and Tuesday. And next Thursday, and then I'm taking a week off because I am on holiday. So next week, crazy stuff. Next Monday, oh my god!
Oh yeah, new campaign starting next Monday.
Numenera. Oh no, it's Mike.
Oh yeah, it's Mike next week.
Oh
well.
And then Tuesday, you guys get to meet my new character in Titans.
Ruination, Mutant Year Zero.
Yes,
that's the campaign I was playing. If you're interested in the full schedule, guys, if you're new here, we're online 6 days a week, usually about 6 hours every day. A couple of days we do a 3-hour stream, and yeah, you can find a full schedule there as long as the full cast of our show, Encounter Roleplay here. Thank you to Doran for following. Let's go to Treepelt. Treepelt, what do you think?
I love this. I love coming back to these games and all that.
Good.
And, yeah, I definitely think from when I first came, I'm slowly getting better at this. I'm opening up a little more.
Absolutely.
But you can find me pretty much anywhere under Treepelt97, and if you guys want, go check out Will's YouTube because it's finally getting in order.
Treepelt is the librarian of YouTube, and she's cleaning everything up for us. Fantastic. Yes, also, today was 2 years since we started this whole channel thing, so thanks for that, guys. Thanks, Cam. Dallas, yourself.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. We had a great DM, and I'm not super experienced with Dungeons and Dragons, but yeah, I thought it was really fun.
Fantastic.
And I'm not really like big in social media, but yeah, that's about it.
All right, fantastic. And last but not least, Rem.
Folks, it's Rem. You can catch me tomorrow playing Numenera. It'll be my first time ever playing it, so if you're unfamiliar with the game, you'll probably learn along with me. And you can follow me at Insomniacs Inc. on the Twitter, the Facebook, the whatchamacallums. And yeah, that's me.
Fantastic. And as Treepelt's internet dies and she leaves this this Hallow realm, leaving just me behind, I will see you guys tomorrow, 4 p.m. for more Numenera. New campaign is starting here on Fridays. Ram will be joining me. The Jupiter Wolf is our DM. We've got Jamie joining us and Mikey as well. But yes, you can't see the rest of the guys, but let's say goodbye. So farewell, my friends. Until tomorrow, stay safe and try not to roll too many nat ones because we want to be here laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Good night.